Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So am I audible and visible to all of you people? Hi Nilesh, how are you? So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So can you please give me your thumbs up or your confirmation in the chat box that am I visible, audible and my screen is visible to all of you? I'm waiting for your confirmation guys. Sunny, hi Sunny, how are you? I will never forget your name because of our LPS sessions. Uh, Thank you, Swati, Nilesh. I think everything is going fine. So Jeremy is saying, is this session same in the live course? No, no, this session will be, I think you must have seen the headline now that it's a marathon session. So we are going to discuss 75 questions. Although I would say some questions I have taken from your LPS only, but I have changed the overall concept behind those questions. So I would say if you have time, then you can devote some time over here, uh, unless you are not that busy. So I think आप दिख रहे हैं. Thank you, Mayank. So my dear people, this is your lecture 7 of your marathon sessions of non-qualifying sections of your NABARD Grade A exam. So today we have this particular component which is also known as decision making. Under decision making, we all know that it's a 10-mark component and you have to just clear the cutoff. You do not have to be an expert in this particular domain, so you just have to clear the cutoff over here. So in this today's session, I am discussing around 75 questions. 75 questions you will see them physically, but I will ask you many counter questions as well. So we will target 100 to 120 questions. Okay. Now, my only disclaimer to you is that if you are not confident in decision making, then this is the one-stop solution for all of you. I will be discussing all the concepts, all the different techniques, all the fringe topics of decision making as well. So if you are not feeling confident, then I would say that devote some time to this particular section, because even if you score, I would say 100 on 100 in the qualifying section, then if you are not able to clear decision making cutoff, then it can give some bad dreams to you. So my dear people, allow me to start with the session now. So first, if you are new to our YouTube channel, then you can subscribe to our channel, and if you want some free content, even the PDF of this particular lecture will be available on our Telegram channels. Okay. So just one small update. Currently we are running 50% off on our APFC courses, that is master course, test series plus course and test series. You just need to have this particular code which goes by the name of APFC. So right now let's start with the lecture now. So our lecture will be our MCQ series only. We will be discussing variety of MCQs because this is a marathon session. So let's start our section now. I request you to please be, I would say, participative. Post your answers, and if you want me to discuss certain concepts, then I will decide that if we have time, then we will discuss it. Otherwise, you can comment your doubt, and then I will comment that particular doubt in the later part of the video. So now let's start with the session. So this is your question number 1. Now please remember the overall flow of decision making. I am giving you 1 minute to answer this particular question. Now let's see who gives me the right answer of question number 1. Currently there are 60 people live with us. So this will be a 2-hour class. I'm already saying you because we are going to cover decision making starting from A point to Z point. So each and everything will be covered up, starting from different concepts and moving on to the fringe topics. Hanji, so let's wait for the right answer of question number 1 now. Dash are those that are based on criteria of well understood. So you have to identify here the types of decision. So the first and the foremost thing which I am testing you is on your types of decision making. Okay, so we have different types of decision making. So let's see who gives me the right answer. Yes, maximum of you are going with A. So the overall analysis of this particular question says that you have to identify those decisions which are routine, which are repetitive in nature, or you can also say they are more of repeating in nature. Yes, the correct answer will be option A, my friend. So there are two types of decision making, we all know, or I would say the two major types is programmed and non-programmed. Under programmed decision making, we go for routine decisions. These are kind of repetitive, I would say. Okay, and in a non-program there is a unique solution, I would say. Unique, or I would should also say they are non-repetitive in nature. Okay, so these are certain keywords for you which you should remember for programmed and non-programmed. If you see in 2021 paper as well, they have test you on this particular knowledge. So it's a very easy question to start with. Now let's move to the question number 2. Again, I have given a small definition which you can revise via the PDF which will be uploaded in our Telegram channel. Question number 2 is again on the same lines. You just have to understand the keywords of the question and mark your answer. I request you to be participative, to mark your answer as fast as possible so that we can cover different concepts. Right now we are covering the types of decision making. Okay. In whole of my lecture, if I am writing DM, then it means decision making. Question number 2. Identify the type of decision making where one needs to evaluate various alternatives. You have to evaluate various alternatives to reach the solution. Such plans are useful for solving unique and unusual problems. If I have to solve anything which is unique or anything which is unusual, which is non-repetitive, yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be B. I'm not wasting much of your time, so I'm not waiting for 1 minute. 45 seconds I think is good to go with. So my counter question to you for this particular question is, for example, if Ram is a manager, and he has to, I would say, invent a solution for anything which is, I would say, non-repetitive in nature. What will be your kind of decision making in this? Will it be using programmed or will it be using non-programmed? Ram is a manager. He wants to find a solution for something which is quite unique again. Yes, it will be non-programmed. So focus on the keywords again. We are focusing on such questions because in 2021 also we have different questions from this particular domain. Yes. Okay, so I will be waiting for 30 seconds. Thank you for the feedback. Now, this is, I would say, another type of question which you can see in your NABARD, because I am trying to take each and every question easy, moderate and hard. So this will test you on basics of decision making. So I hope you have understood the, yes, the correct answer of that particular difference between Preeti Maurya. So Preeti, I have just discussed the difference between non-program and program. So you can just go back and see that particular difference, because if I repeat that again, it will be a time waste for all the other students. So I hope you understand. Hanji, so question number 3 is on your screen. I would say this is tough, so mark your answer accordingly. So let me see who give me the right answer. Let me see the chat box. D. Okay. Okay, so non-program and strategic. Strategic is morely, I would say, long-term decisions which you have to take. Okay, long-term decisions. For example, if I'm opening a new company altogether, if I'm finding a replacement of new machine, that will be strategic. Non-program, yes, they can be strategic, but not but all non-program decisions cannot be strategic. The keyword for strategic you have to identify on the basis of duration. Non-program, I'm again repeating, non-repetitive, I would say NR, and they are quite unique decisions. I would say out of the box, जिसमें आपको ज़्यादा सोचना पड़े, that is non-program. Strategic, for example, if I'm investing in 10-year line the down 10-year for if I'm investing, let's say, in Reliance shares, and I have to make my decision whether it will be yes or no, then I will be seeing that what will be the Reliance price after 10 years. So that can be strategic decision. Okay. Hanji, so I can see. I am not okay. So I can see some right questions are there, right answers are there in my chat box. See, the correct answer will be E. You have to identify the incorrect statement over here, or I would say you will have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, so the correct answer here will be E, because all of the above are incorrect. Why? First, let's start with C. Decision making is regarded as non-cognitive process. This process is incorrect because decision making is a cognitive process. Now, what does my friend cognitive mean? Cognitive means something which you have to deal with your mind. As simple as that. Do not confuse it with the motivational part. Just go with the literature part, I would say. So decision making is regarded as a non-cognitive process. This is incorrect. Now, my dear friends, first you should understand the difference between decision making and problem solving. Okay, just mind my handwriting, but I'm focusing too much on my words. Decision making is about choosing the alternatives. Either you can go on path A or either you can go on path B, as simple as that, or you can even take the middle route. Decision making is all about choosing the two path, or it can say two options, or whatever courses of action which are available to you. But under problem solving, my friend, we have this particular term which is known as invention. Okay, so under problem solving, I will try to solve that particular problem. For example, if we have COVID-19 right now, so currently COVID-19 in the initial phase was under the problem solving domain, because we were finding the different vaccines. But right now, when we have different vaccines, then we have entered into the decision making progress. Right now I have the choice whether I have to go with this particular vaccine or this particular vaccine. So understand the difference. So what I have done is that to confuse you, I have changed the definitions. So this is the definition of your decision making, my friends, and this is the definition of your problem solving. Okay, so decision making is a process of selection of all the alternatives which may or may not be new. So you have to understand that decision making is all about either A or B, but problem solving is the invention of the alternative that is different from the earlier decision. So you have to now choose, or you have to invent that particular solution. Statement C is incorrect. I have already told you that decision making is a cognitive process, because you have to deal with your mind. So yes, the correct answer will be option E, and I have given this particular note for all of you. So those who were able to answer this particular question, thumbs up to you guys, because you are going on the right track. And those who are just doing muggifying, or I would say rectification of certain things, this is an eye opener for all of you. So now let's move to question number 4. Again, now we have seen the basics of decision making. Okay, decision making. Then we are going to the types. We have covered certain different types like program, non-program, strategic, non-strategic. The opposite of strategic is tactical. Just remember this. Now let's wait for question number 4. More than 70 people are live, so I need 70 answers. What is the meaning of non-cognitive? Non-cognitive can be something in which you do not have to use your mind. You can make decisions in a short term, as well as you can also make decisions in a very hurry. Or you can also say that certain decisions we do not require detailed process. As simple as that. Come on, I need the answers of question number. I can see that maximum people have retrieved their answers. So they were going wrong in the question number C. So in next 2 hours, my friend, I promise you that you will not be, I would say, fearing in the decision making sections. Just be there for 2 hours, and then you can devote your time to any other subject of NABARD Grade A. So understand, implement, and score good marks in decision making, or I would say score enough marks. Hanji, so which of the following is feature regarding strategic decisions? Strategic decisions. And read the following, and thereafter you have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay. Yes, why I don't know why people are going with E. Right now I have told you that strategic decisions outcome is long term in nature. They are not short term. Now my dear friend, first let's understand what strategic and tactical is all about. So I have given this particular difference for you, which you can understand in the later part of the series. But right now just allow me to explain that particular thing in a very small detail. Strategic decisions affect the whole organization. They determine the direction of the organization. For example, today if Reliance is making a new subsidiary of Jio, then it will affect all the overall structure of Reliance. Tactical decisions are short term in nature, and they are more of operational kind. They are mostly non-program. Now why strategic decisions are non-program? Because you have to again deal with the unique solutions. Just understand, non-program is all about unique. They are more about finding a unique solution, plus they are non-repetitive. I am just telling this particular word again and again. Their outcome is long, and the authority lies with higher level. Now what does this particular line means? The strategic decisions generally are taken by top level of I would say top level managers. Tactical decisions are again repetitive in nature. Okay, they are mostly programmed. Why they are programmed? Because you have to deal with them on a daily basis. They are short term in nature. Just note this particular point. And the authority can be delegated to the other level, which means that other middle level or your lower level of managers can take it. As simple as that. But all the tactical decisions will be taken by higher level of authority. Now my dear friends, let's move to this particular question number 5. This will check the implementation part of strategic and tactical decisions. What is mostly non-programmed? Non-programmed, I have just told you that it is something unique जो बार बार नहीं लिया जाता. For example, if I am opening a new, I would say, factory, that is a decision which will be taken in once in a decade. But all the decisions which I am taking right now, which will help me to operate that particular factory, will be regarded as tactical, or you can also say program. For example, if I have to place a machinery and I have to select all the different employees, that will be termed as a program, because that is a routine process. As simple as that. Okay, so for example, this is a machinery. Just assume this is a machinery. There are different buttons on it. Now, operating this machinery is a program. Why? Because first you have to press this button, then press this button, then press this button, and then press this button. So your machine will start. But if this machine, let's take this machine goes in a depreciation state and you are not able to have a good, I would say, output, then you will replace this machine. Now, replacing this machine will be a non-program decision. It will be a strategic decision. Why? Because you again have to find a new solution, a unique solution to replace this machinery. Now let's wait for question number 5 right answer. Yes, PDF will be provided in the, I would say, in the Telegram channel. But again, if you can spare your 2 hours right now, then you are gaining a lot of knowledge, I would say. Let me see the right answers. If I can see, read the following statement and select the most incorrect statement. So you again have to identify the incorrect statement. Okay, so let me read it. Operating decisions are taken by lower. So yes, operating decisions are taken by lower management. So this is correct. Policy decisions are taken by top level. Yes, this is also correct. Bonus to all employees is an example of operating. This is incorrect. Why? Because bonus to all employee is a, I would say, is a higher level of decision which is taken by the which is taken by the top level of managers. So this is incorrect. So this is a very eye-opening example for all of you to understand the overall, I would say, concept, and then mark your answers. Now, what is the opposite of this particular term? I would say, if I have to make this particular statement C correct, bonus to all employee is an example of, I would say, policy decisions. Now, what are policy decisions? Again, which are taken by top level. So don't get confused between different types of decision making. Just understand the overall analysis of how different decisions making is working. Okay, so if let's take Ram is again a manager. I need your answers on this. Okay, Ram is a manager and he is deciding to open a new factory. Then this will be a policy decision, or will it be a I would say operating decisions? Comment your answers as fast as you can. Let's not waste your time as well and my time as well. If Ram is a manager and he is deciding to open a new factory, my friends, new factory, then it will be a policy decision or will it be an operating decision? As simple as that. I need your answers in the chat box right now. Yes, Anuradha is going with policy. Okay, we will see what others are saying. Yes, Raj Lakshmi is also going with policy. Swati is also going with policy. Braj Mohan is also going with policy. Yes, then it will be a policy decision. Why? Because policy decisions is one of the major decisions which has to be taken. Okay, one more question for you. Policy decisions. Now this is, I am speaking in a journal language. Okay, policy decisions are program or whether they are non-program. Come on, fast. You can use the short form which I have used. Just save our time and we will move ahead. Policy decisions are programmed or whether they are non-programmed. Okay, I will come to D. Just wait. Yes, Raj Lakshmi is saying it's non-program. What are the views of other people? I need your answers. Yes, it will be a non-program decision. Now, Nilesh is saying bonus to all employees is an example of policy is an example of operating decision. This is wrong. But calculation of bonus is also an example of operating decision. This is correct. Now, why this is I would say correct? First, understand. If let's take I have 4 different departments in my organization. Okay, I have to decide that how much bonus will be taken by each of the 4 departments. So that will be taken by the person who is sitting on a higher level management. But all the different employees who are working in department A, that particular decision will be taken by departmental head, and departmental heads are generally middle level and lower level people. So apply your knowledge and see that, or if I have to calculate the bonus of this particular employee, for example A, who is working in department of sales, then it will be taken by this sales head. Sales head is a person who is working in a middle level manager, so that can be an operating decision. But if I have to decide bonuses for, let's take sales, purchase, research and management or different department, then it will be taken by top level. That's why statement C was incorrect. D was correct here. So understand the overall language and don't get yourself confused. This is the overall, I would say, again I would say your reflection of your concepts. Okay, thank you Nilesh for the confirmation. Now we are moving to group decision making. Abhi tak we are on the different types. We have seen that how programmed, non-programmed works. We have seen how strategic and tactical works. We have seen that how operating and or I would say your policy and operating decisions were. Now we are seeing that what is individual and versus your group decision making. Individual decision making is very easy, that one person takes a decision. Now what is group decision making? Group decision making is a place wherein more than one, or you can say a particular group or a team takes decision. Now let me see who gives me the right answer of question number 6. Yes, the right answer will be E, group think. Now always understand that under group decision making you will have different people, okay, who will take the decision. But under group decision making there is a very, I would say, not one, there are two disadvantages which happens. First is group think. What is group think? That each and every employee is just doing a time pass. What they will do is that they will tell the leader that you can just make any decision, they are not concerned regarding any type of decision you take. So it is just an example that how people used to save their time and make decisions in hurry. So just to save their time, and they will say that we are not concerned regarding the quality of decision, you just take the decision and we are okay with it. So that is known as groupthink. So that is the most important negative, I would say, negative aspect of your group decision making. Another very important concept of this particular concept of, I would say, group decision making is discussed in this particular question. Come on, I need answers from this particular question number 7. Satyajit is writing E multiple times. So even if Satyajit you write E one time, then I will be able to understand. There is no need of, I would say, writing E multiple times. Hanji, so question number 7, my friends. Under group decision making, one of the major drawback of group decision making is satisfying. Okay, so what is satisfying, my friends? It is a combination of word satis plus suffice. Under satisfying, member can accept. Now this I will say is 1.5 times the level of NABARD. If you are able to answer this particular question, then you are going in the good context. Yes, the correct answer will be A, no level. Again, take that particular table where different people are sitting. Understand the group. We have just discussed group think. Okay, this is one of the major drawback of group decision making. Combining this is your satisfying. Now under satisfying, the overall theme is the same, but you just have to accept under satisfying you will accept a low risk situation. If you are accepting low risk, then your profits will also be low. As simple as that. Okay, so this is a very important drawback of group decision making. Under group decision making, you will also see that how if you are choosing group decision making, then you will be devoting more cost, more time. So satisfying and group thinking reduce that particular time, but they arrive at wrong decisions sometimes. The answer will be of this particular question will be A. Yes, so I can see Neetu, Kaustup and many people have given the right answer. Question number 8. So we have discussed the basics, that decision making is a cognitive process. There is a difference between decision making and problem solving, so on and so forth. We have also discussed the types. We will have more discussion on types, so I do not want to discuss all the types in one place. Now we are moving to the process. Okay, so the overall process of decision making, my friends. Now, as per Simon decision making process, there are different phases of decision making. In the same regard, how many phases of decision making are there? Your options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, I need answers in a very fast forward manner. We are not here to waste time. So let me see the right answers. Yes, so maximum are saying D, or some people are also saying 3. The correct answer will be option 3. As per Simon, just remember that there are different decision making processes which have been given by many people, but the most profound and the most acknowledged, or I would say reputed decision making process has been given by Professor Simon. Professor Simon has just told us that there are 3 different phases of decision making. First is the intelligence. Under intelligence part, we will understand that what is the problem, what is the overall problem that I need to deal with, and then comes the design part. Under design, I will choose all the alternatives which are available to me to solve that particular problem, and the third is the choice part. Under that particular thing, I will choose the best alternative which is available to me. Now there is no need to mug up this particular process. I will just say to remember the last, or I would say the first 2 as well as the last 2. So the first is identifying the process, then is the identification of problem, and just remember the last, that is result and a feedback. Or you can also remember the action part, because last year they have asked you the question on the process, but they are just asking you the very basic question, that which is the first process. First, I would say ladder of that particular process. So just remember these 3 particular names. These 3 are also very important. I can make another 2 questions based on these 3 domains. So just remember intelligence, design, and choice. If you need examples, let me know. We can have multiple exams on this. Now, my dear friend, process say we are moving to different models. Okay. Now we are working to different models. So government, I can see many people are saying 4, but the right answer was 3. You can also go read all the concept notes which are there in the EduTap notes. Harsh is saying, sir, session will cover all the Mahapurush of decision making now. See, if you want to cover all the Mahapurush of decision making, then you are doing your a big mistake. You are just hitting your leg with the X, I would say X, because in the last year the cutoff was 1 to 1.25. Okay, so if you go and read all the Mahapurush or all the big personalities, then you are doing a very big mistake. Invest that particular time in the qualifying sections. So right now, just focus on this particular lecture, and if you are able to answer this particular set of questions which I am discussing right now, then you are doing good. So there is no need to be a Mahapurush in decision making, I would say. So yes, I can see answers are coming. So there are two models of decision making, I would say. These are two famous models. Otherwise, there are many models of decision making, but these are two very famous. So Nilesh is also saying both correct. Yes, let me read. Administrative model targets bounded rationality. Economic man model targets perfectionist rationality. Yes, the correct answer will be option C only, because under administrative model, my friends, we just go and see different conditions and then we make particular decision. But under economic man model, we just go and make decisions irrespective of all the condition. As simple as that. Okay. Now, my dear friend, can you let me know the other name of economic man model? I'm not giving any options because this is a very basic concept. Can you let me know the other name of economic man model? Come on, the stage is open for all of you. Currently 76 people are live. So if I give you, what is the time of your class? It's 6 p.m. Okay, so tomorrow we have computer, but right now we have decision making. Come on, who will give me the right name of, or I would say the synonym of economic man model? The correct answer will be maximization model. Maximization model. Okay, maximization model, because under economic man model I will go for perfect rationality, I will go for best results, as simple as that. Okay, and under administrative model, which is also known as rationalization model, notes these key points, my friends. I can see that maximum of you are not giving the right answers. Rationalization model is the other name of administrative model. Under this particular model, I will go for optimum results. Optimum means, or you can also say satisfying results, as simple as that. But under economic man model, I will go for best results. I will be asking questions on these topics later on, but right now just note these particular points. These are very important for you. Okay, so I have given this difference for you. This is for you to understand and decode, because right now if I go on in deep, then it will create problem for all those people who are expert in this domain. So just remember these. This is a very important differentiation between economic man model and bounded and administrative model. Remember the synonyms. I am just writing in again: maximization model, rationalization model. Okay, I'm not going in deep again. If you want me to go in deep, let me know. I will go. Question number 10 again. Yes, rationalization is for administration model. Good, Anuradha. And let me see what other people are also commenting. 85 people are live. I need at least 50 answers so that I can move ahead. Your participation will decide my participation. As simple as that. Question number 10. Read the following statement and select the most incorrect. Again, I am asking you the incorrect statement. Again, this is a question which is based on your PYQs. Under economic man model of decision making is normative in nature. Okay, we will see. Administrative model of decision making is descriptive in nature. Okay. Under administrative model, the main objective is to maximize the result. Okay. Administrative man model believes that a person selects the alternative which is satisfactory for good enough. Okay. So you cannot answer this particular question if you are not having your concepts clear. Okay, and you will mark this particular question wrong and you will bear the fruit of negative returns, which I say. And that negative result will clear all your positives. Yes, I can see the answer is coming now. Yes, the correct answer will be option C, because under administrative model, I have just told you that they go for optimum returns. optimum returns. Just remember this particular thing. And if you want to understand that what is normative and descriptive, normative again means that you are not paying attention to your conditions. Under descriptive, it means that you are paying attention to your conditions and then making a decision. But under economic man model, you are just going full guns and you are just taking decisions to get the best result as soon as possible. Again, just remember this particular image. This is really very important for you, and you can see one question in this particular domain as well. Now we are moving to another model of decision making. Remember, we have discussed the basics, then we moved on to the types. There are certain more types which we will discuss. We have covered the basics, we have covered the types, we have also covered the process. Now we are seeing models. Under models, we have seen economic man model, administrative model. Now is the time to see which other models are there. Let me see who gives me the right answer for question number 11. Just be there for 2 hours and you will be an expert in decision making, and you can clear that cutoff by an hefty margin. Hefty margin, I mean that you can be easily above 4 to 5 marks of that cutoff, whatever the paper level is. Remember, we are also going to cover certain fringe topics which are important for your management part, because last year there were 3 questions like delegation, autocratic leadership, and there was also one question on planning. So we are covering decision making in the best holistic manner as possible. So this is your class, my friends. Yes, I can see that people are going with the right answer. Yes, it's a retrospective decision making model. What does retrospective decision model says? That I will first take the decision and I will then explain all the different parameters that why I have taken that decision to all the people who are asking me that why you have taken the decision. So there is an explanation. Explanation is the key word regarding this. Okay, so just also remember this particular point. This model has been developed by Pearl Solberg, very important name in the world of retrospective decision making. Now question number 12. Identify the decision making model which describe the chaotic reality of organizational decision making in an organized anarchy. So this particular question is also very important when it comes to the models. So briefly discussing, there are 5 models of decision making. Till then, you please answer this question. I'm not wasting your time as well as my time. So first is economic man model. We have discussed that. Administrative model. We have also discussed that. There is retrospective model, which we have also discussed. And then there is garbage can model. Okay, garbage can. And there is also one model which is power model. Under power, I will use my power to dominate the decision making. Yes, let me see who is giving me the right answer. Maximum of you are going with D. Why the participation is reducing right now? Urmila is also going with D. Okay, yes, the correct answer will be D. If you want me to reduce my speed, please let me know. I think I'm going too fast, but if you want me to reduce it, please let me know, because this is a, I would say, non-merit section. So I do not want to waste your time, because right now I think only 13 to 14 days are left. So just revise with me. Okay, yes, it's a garbage model. Under garbage model, you will see different organizational aspects goes into the garbage, and after that you take your decision. So for example, all the solutions, all the problem, all the different attitudes of employee, employer, all the different conditions, they just go in the garbage. Or what does garbage mean here? It means that it will automatically get solved, it will automatically get resolved, as simple as that, and this is your final decision. But in this particular model, sorry, just remember there is a chaos which happens inside the organization. Now let's go back. Please explain more. So let me know on which model you need explanation. I will explain it. This is a marathon session, so I'm expecting you to be already, I should say, you should have covered your basics till now. But if you need any explanation, you can also comment. Okay, in your this particular lecture only I will explain that. Question number 13, my friend. This is, I would say, 1.5 times of the level of NABARD. Why I am saying this? Because this is an advanced version of decision making. So right now we are covering 2 questions again on the types of decision making. So I can see the confusion is between A and D. Maximum are going with A, that is mechanical decisions. Okay, yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be mechanical decisions. Under mechanical decisions, I have low uncertainty, and the task complexity is also low. Okay, so you have low uncertainty and you have low task complexity. So all those decisions will be taken by mechanism decisions. This can be an example of your non-program decisions. Sorry, it can be an example of your program decisions. My bad. Under program decisions, you see that you have low uncertainty and you have low difficulty as well. That's why they are program decisions. That's why the answer of this particular question will be A. Under mechanism decisions, you see there is a daily routine and schedule activities. That what is an example of your program decisions. As simple as that. Okay. Now these are certain very important decisions also. For example, in judgmental, you will see the uncertainty is very high. Uncertainty is very high means that you don't know whether this particular thing will happen or not. Although the problem complexity, also known as task complexity, is low. Okay, I have given a beautiful example in our LPS that this is a interview stage of your, I would say, various regulatory bodies. You know that problem, that overall task is comparatively low. You know all that you have to read your DAF, you need to update it with your current affairs. You also have to mug up all the different data of that particular organization. So you know that complexity is low. That means your task is achievable, but that is very uncertain that you will be selected or not. Even if you step out of your interview zone, you know that you have done well, but you are not in the final list. So that is a judgmental decision, but that is very informal explanation, I would say. Marketing, investment and personal. Under marketing, even if I put billions of rupees, I don't know whether my ad will work or not. Analytical decision is something which is very tough, but the problem, I would say, uncertainty is low. Why uncertainty is low? Because for example of complex production or engineering, for example engineering problems means that you, if you solve that particular problem, it will be very tough, but once you solve it, you know that you have the results. Adaptive decisions are those decisions which are very tough, and even you will find that there is a very high uncertainty. Research, if you are doing a research on COVID-19 vaccine, you know that it will be tough, and at the end of the day you also don't know that whether you will reach on the desired result or not. So that's why you have to understand different types of decision making. Question number 14 on the same concept. I need your answers very fast on this particular domain. Question number 14, my friend. Research and development along with long-term corporate planning is an example of which type of decision making? Very easy. We have just discussed this right now only. Fatafat, can you please answer this question? Do not waste your time in low hanging fruits. If there is any low hanging fruit, just grab it under 10 seconds only, because you have to invest your time in merit sections. Remember this seesaw strategy. What does seesaw strategy tell us? That you have to give minimum efforts, but at the same time you will reach to your maximum results. So remember this strategy for all the non-merit section. Do minimum efforts but reach to the maximum results. Now what is minimum efforts? Just invest 2 hours with me and you will be, I should say, well above the cutoff. Yes, the correct answer is adaptive decisions. Very good, because under adaptive decisions we know that it's a very high complex task. At the same time the uncertainty is also very high. Why it cannot be analytical? Because it's a complex task, but under analytical your, I should say, outcome uncertainty, or I should say whether predictability is low. Okay. Question number 15, my friends. Now we have covered types of decision making as well. Now we are moving to decision making under uncertainty. Okay. Now we are moving to decision making under uncertainty. As simple as that. So Varsha is saying BBB. Okay. Oh. Sonia is going with B. Good. Question number 15, my friends. Let me see who gives me the right answer for question number 15. Question number 15. Let's see who gives me the right answer. And also one most important question which I have asked to many students who are there in my LPS, that is live practice sessions. What is the difference between uncertainty and risk? Please do not blame me for my bad handwriting. I'm very, very sorry to it, but I'm making it very much clear. What is the difference between uncertainty and risk? This is my billion-dollar question for all of you. If you have any information regarding these two concepts, then you can let me know. First, understand the concept. Decision making can happen under three conditions, I would say. Okay. The first condition is certainty. Certainty means that you know that each and everything is going for good. You know that I will do this and then I will do that. So certainty is like you know and you are assured of each and everything. Then there is risk and then there is uncertainty. Okay. So I guess Megha is saying probability, but I should say that is a very vague answer. Under risk, I would say there are probabilities. All the statistics concepts which you see, there are different probabilities which you use in your median mode. Okay, so that is also a very important concept of risk. Okay, but under uncertainty there is no probability. Okay, so this is like a dark area, as simple as that. So now we are understanding decision making under uncertainty. Decision making under uncertainty can be done via four ways. The first, which is in your screen, is that which of the following is regarded as most optimistic decision making criteria. The most optimistic is maxima, which is also known as max, as simple as that. So under maximus criteria, I will first select the maximum, and out of that maximum I will again select the maximum outcome. So this is a statistical tool which we use in the decision making, but again, don't go in the too much detail. Just remember the most optimistic is maximus criteria. Now these are four decision making criteria which we use in the day-to-day life. The first is maxima, which is most optimistic. Then we have most pessimistic, which is maximin. Yes, Anuradha is also going. I would say, how can you measure risk? How can you measure risk? I know there is riskometers in SEBI. But how can you give a value to risk? So the main difference between risk and uncertainty is the probability thing. Now these are certain very important criteria which we'll be discussing in the next slide. Question number 16 for all of you, my friends. Let me see. In risk we don't know the result. Even in uncertainty we don't know the result. So that is again a very vague, I should say completely wrong, not even vague. Anuradha, I have explained you that how can risk be measured. Can you please let me know how can risk be measured? In risk, alternatives are known. In uncertainty also alternatives are known. So the major difference between risk and uncertainty is the probability. Please remember this. Under risk we know the probability. Probability means the chances that if I go on taking this train, then there are 80% of the chances which are happening to me, happening profit to me. So this is risk. Okay, the risk which I am taking right now. What is uncertainty? Uncertainty is completely blank. I don't know what profit I will get. I cannot assign any probability to it. So that's why under all the different models of uncertainty you see, there is equal probability which is assigned, because you cannot assign variable probabilities. As simple as that. Hanji. So since probability cannot be assigned, that's what I was talking. So I don't know whether it was on my screen. So equal probabilities are assigned in this particular model. Okay, so yes, the correct answer, let me see who gives, yes, the correct answer here will be E, because this is insufficient criteria. Under insufficient criteria, I don't have any probability. That's why I give any equal probability to each and every decision making criteria. And after doing that, I take average. Okay, and after taking average, I select the maximum. Okay, I hope you just have to remember the keywords over here, and then it's very good for you. But right now I have certain constraints. I cannot explain you that how different averages, how different concepts work, because we have a limited set of time. If you are not able to have that particular knowledge, comment that in the comment box. I will explain you in that particular comment only via typing. Now question number 17. Anji, the manager feels unable to assign under such conditions. Several decision criteria have been proposed. Most pessimistic decision making criteria, my friend. So this is a vice versa thing of our previous question. We have done the most optimistic. We have also done that particular criteria in which you don't have any probabilities. You assign equal probabilities, and now we are moving to the most pessimistic one. Let me see who gives me the right answer for question number 17. This is decision making under uncertainty. Yes, the correct answer will be maximin. Maximin says what? That I will select the minimum first, and after that I will again select the minimum out of minimum. As simple as that. Or I should say maximum out of the minimum. As simple as that. Okay. Now if you need any more explanation on this, let me know. I can draw that particular diagram which I have drawn for my decision LPA students, but I don't know whether there is a need or not. So if you want it, I can draw it. Okay, now we are coming to question number 18. Question number. Now we are moving to different approaches of decision making. We have covered the basics part. We have also covered the process. We have also covered the types of decision making. We have also covered different models of decision making. Now we are coming to process. Braj is saying draw, sir. So if maximum people say I can draw it, I have no issues. Hanji, so what will be the answer of question number 18? Question number 18, maximum people are going with C. So there are 4 approaches of decision making. I hope you know about it. Yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be, I need 4 more yes for draw, then I will draw it. No issues. Because only 2 people are saying yes out of 78 people who are live. So I think that is a very weird ratio. Yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be C. So again, Sri Satya is also going C. Okay, chalo, I will draw it after this particular question. Yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be routine approach. Now, what is routine approach, my friend? Routine approach means that you have to take certain repetitive decision, as simple as that. Under scientific approach, remember this keyword, which is process. Under process, you have to follow a particular process. For example, if you go to the Scientific School of Management, there they have clearly mentioned that there is a scientific way of doing things, as simple as that. Quantitative approach says that I will use if you have seen that how differentiation, integration, logs, different table works, that is quantitative. You will use numbers, as simple as that. And creative, my friends, is out of the box. Okay, out of the box thinking, as simple as that. So these are certain very approaches to, I would say, decision making. Now maximum people are saying that I should draw, so I am drawing that particular diagram right now. Okay, so just let me erase my screen. Just give me 10 minutes. I will explain that particular concept of decision making under uncertainty in a very fast forward manner. So hold your seats. Okay. It is a standard means scientific. Yes, you can say that if it has a particular specialization, it is standard, then it can be scientific. Now take this particular example. Ram is a manager. Okay. Ram is a manager and he is, again, let's take the same example. He is opening a new factory. Okay, I'm going out of my bounds, so let's focus on this. So Ram is a manager and he needs to take a decision whether he has to go for opening a factory or not. Again, the answer will be yes or no. This is the decision making, I would say, statement which is given to you. Now there are 4 conditions which I have told you. First is maximum, insufficient criteria, or pessimistic criteria, and insufficient criteria. So let's see how they work. So first is the, I would say, favorable outcomes. Okay, then there is non-favorable outcomes. Now what are these favorable and non-favorable? For example, if Ram opens a factory, this is case A and this is case B. Okay, if Ram is going to open a factory, then he is going to earn a profit of 1 lakh rupees, as simple as that. If Ram is not going to open a factory, and that means, or let me take one more case over here. Okay, the first is A, that Ram is going to open a factory, as simple as that. That it means that he will be going for favorable outcome, which will give him a profit of 1 lakh. If he do not go to open a factory, in that case, that it can, I would say, earn him a loss of, let's take 80,000. Okay. Under case B, let's take an example. This is large factory, this is small factory, and this is no factory. Okay, if Ram goes for small factory, let's take, then he can open a profit of 50,000. Okay, this is all the imaginary numbers which I am taking, which is provided by my MBA people who are doing MBA. Okay, if I open a small factory, then there will be losses of, let's take, 10,000. And if I do not decide to open any factory, then there will be no profit, no loss, as simple as that. So understand the whole case first. Understand this whole case. Okay. The first is A. A says that Ram should open a large factory. Okay. If he is opening a large factory, then their favorable case will result him a profit of 1 lakh rupees. If Ram decides to open a large factory and if anything uncertainty comes into the picture, then there will be a losses of 80,000. As simple as that. If Ram is opening a, let's take a small factory, then he has a profit chances of 50,000. If he is not let's take, if he is not making profit, then he will make a loss of 10,000. The C case says that if he is not doing anything, then he will incur 0 rupees, 0 profit and 0 loss. Now, how does maxi-max criteria works? Maxi-max criteria says that first you should select maximum of the different rows. For example, in this particular row, I will select the maximum. Now, the maximum of 1,80,000 is 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. In this particular row, I will again select the maximum. Again, you can see the maximum answer is 50 lakh over here. In this particular case, the maximum answer is 0. So this is your maximum part which first you have to take. Then you have to move to another maximum that says out of these three, you again have to select maximum. So that will be 1 lakh. So according to maxi max, which is the most optimistic criteria, Ram will select A option, which is opening a large factory. Then he will go like all guns blazing and he will say that I am opening a large factory. Now let's come to most pessimistic, which is maximin. Under maximin, again take the minimum part first. I am taking the minimum part. So after 80,000 negative and 1 lakh positive, the minimum part will be 80,000, which is negative. Okay, as simple as that. Out of this particular row, again I will take the negative part, which is 10,000, because that is smaller, that is the minimum part, and out of this row I will take 0. Now maximum, this part is done. Now we will move to maximum part, which is saying that minimum ka bhi maximum, so minimum ka maximum will be 0. Why? Because we all know that 0 is the largest of all the negative integers. So that's why according to maximum, this was saying A, this will say choose option C. So this is how uncertainty will say for option C. So I hope this much is very much clear to you. So I hope now you are able to understand that how under decision making of uncertainty decisions are made. So am I clear on this particular point? Just give me yes or no, or are you not able to understand it? This is how the whole process works. Even if you are not able to understand this whole process, then also it's okay, but just it was a demand of some students, so that's why I explained that. Okay, now again under regret you will see under regret you will see that is the third criteria. It says minimum ka minimum le lo. So minimum lo inme se that will be again 80,000 negative. Okay, इनमें से minimum लो 10,000 minimum, इनमें से minimum लो 0, then again goes to the minimum. Out of these minimum, you will see that it's 80,000. So minimum, that means that minimum will say that it should be option again A again. Okay, so that is how you have to choose different options when it comes to the decision making. So Ram, as a manager, will decide according to the different criteria. As simple as that. Okay, now let's move to question number 19. Question number 19. So identify the decision making approach, which explains that. Again, we are on the same concept of approaches. Mayank is saying please Hindi में भी explain करें sir. Okay, I will try to do it. मैं कोशिश पूरी करूँगा. Question number 19, my friends. Identify the decision-making approach, which explains that what manager needs to be effective problems analysis orderly system for processing information. Such system is in which certain steps has to be followed. So the answer will be, thank you everyone. Please answer this particular question. Let's have B. Yes, movie crush is going with B. Yes, it's a scientific approach. Why scientific? You need to follow certain steps. You need to follow an orderly system. As simple as that. Under creative, I will say out of the box. Out of the box, which means that you have to follow particular, not particular, I would say you should be unique, quantitative, numbers, scientific, a particular approach with steps. Routine is again as simple as your programmed and non-programmed decisions, in which the answer here will be programmed. As simple as that. Okay, so routine decisions involve programmed decisions. Now we are coming to different techniques. So we have done the very basics. We have let me write it. Basics कर लिया हमने. We have also done the types. We have also done the process. Okay. We have also done different models. We have also done how decision making takes place under uncertainty. So ये सब कर लिया हमने. Okay. Now we are moving to question number 20, which is techniques. This, my friend, एक से 2 नंबर या फिर 3 नंबर भी ले लो. टेक्निक से पक्का क्वेश्चन आने ही आना है, because technique is like larger chunk of your decision making. Let me see who gives me the right answer for question number 20. Which of the following technique of decision making is not an example of quantitative technique? Not an example. So there are many quantitative and non-quantitative techniques. Okay. Yes, the correct answer here will be intuition. Under intuition, you just make तुक्काबाजी. अंधेरे में तीर मारना जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं, that you just see that और कि सारा आंसर बी ही होंगे. ऐसा करके मैं पेपर कराता हूँ. That is intuition. Now, my dear friends, if you see, there are different, I would say, quantitative and non-quantitative techniques of decision making. Again, there are 10 quantitative. There are 12 non-quantitative techniques. So under intuition, which we have just discussed, it's a sixth sense. You use your, I should say, immortal power, something kind of thing, to make a decision. Now, if you need explanation on different types of this, I can give, but it will result in your time-consuming process. So if you are not aware of anything, then you can comment. I should say in the video only. I can explain each and everything which is written on my board, but right now, to save time, let's move ahead. Question number 21. Question number 21. Identify the technique of decision making which is used for group of many sizes, wherein group members must develop solution independently, often writing them on cards. This, I should say, is the toughest question till now. Those people who will write. Okay, chalo, I will explain it. Don't worry. I will explain in a very fast forward manner. So that, and if sir, no sir, not required. So Anshu is. So develop a consensus among yourself. I can explain each and everything which was there on my NGT. Nilesh is going with D. E, I would say. Brajmohan is going with brainstorming. Fish bowling. A. Yes, the correct answer of this particular question will be E, and out of that the correct answer will be NGT, that is nominal group technique. Now I hope you know the difference between brainstorming versus nominal group technique versus your Delphi technique versus your fish bowling technique. Let's discuss them because I don't think moving fast will help you. See, first understand different diagrams which I am drawing on the screen right now. Okay. So first let's take brainstorming. Under brainstorming, different people sit together and they discuss all the ideas simultaneously. What does simultaneously means? For example, if this person is speaking, Ram is speaking, that at that particular moment only Sham will also speak. Okay, so Sham will not wait for Ram to get its idea over, it will speak in between. So that's why the key word in brainstorming is simultaneously. Please remember this. All the decisions are taken place under simultaneously. Each and every people will say without its I would say logical order, they will just put different ideas on the table. Now let's come to NGT. Nominal group technique. Again, take the same table. Many people are sitting on this table. Okay. Now under NGT, each and every person will first write its idea on the different cards, or they can also write their idea on paper, whatever material which is provided to them. Okay, so under NGT, I will provide them a substance on which they can write their ideas. And after that particular writing process is over, then they will discuss all the different ideas. So what is the difference between brainstorming and nominal group technique? That under brainstorming, you will see continuous flow of ideas, but under nominal group technique, they will first write all their ideas and then they will discuss. Now the second one is Delphi. Again, Delphi is like questionnaire. You will send questionnaire to each and everyone, and under Delphi, please remember this, it is not, I would say, mandatory for all the decision makers to sit on the one place. They can be sitting in India, they can be sitting in America, or they can be sitting in USA, Australia, or anything, and I will send the questionnaire to them, and when their questionnaire comes to me, then I will take decisions. Or you can also say it's not like they are sitting in the physical proximity, as simple as that. So this was your Delphi, where each and every member are sitting apart. Now comes the fish bowling. See, there are two very important definitions which are given in fish bowling. The first is different members are sitting in proximity. They are sitting close to each other, and out of that, one member will come in the center, and that particular member will explain all the different views which according to him is right. Then this member will move to his original position, and then one member will come to the center. So this is what fish bowling technique is. But in some books you will also see that fish bowling is all about making two circles. Under the first circle, all the main members sit and they discuss the ideas. In the outer circle, you will see, I should say, passive members sit and they just listen to the idea. So this is a very important difference, which is think you know about all the different techniques, but right now the question was regarding writing on cards. That's why the answer was nominal group technique, and I have just told you regarding this particular process. Now coming to question number 22. Question number 22, my friend. Let me see who gives me the right answer of question number 22. Again, a very tough question. Now, why it is tough? Because this is regarding techniques of decision making. Techniques of decision making, my friend, I am again saying this is a very important part of your, why it is called fish. See, certain things, it's like a terminology which has come from the ancient times only. But I think it's like if you see in the fish bowl, if you see, there is one parent fish which guides different small fishes which are present over here. Although I'm not confirm of this particular thought which I'm telling you, but this is the journal analogy which I can draw at this particular moment. But I will check this fact. This is a very good technique, that why they are called as a fish bowling technique. But I have just told you. Sir, in brainstorming can happen on a Zoom call where they don't need to be. Yes, Harsh, it can be true. But again, the main word which I am telling you regarding brainstorming is that it's a continuous debate. It's a continuous simultaneously debate which goes in the, I should say, in the brainstorming session. But again, physical proximity does not even mean that they are sitting very close to each other. It can be digital proximity as well. Right now, I can see all, you can all see me. So that is a digital proximity, as simple as that. Yes, here the correct answer. Let me read the question. Utilizing the resources. Even if you see this particular line, yes, the correct answer under linear programming. For example, water. Water is a scarce resource. I have to distribute this particular scarce resource under different citizens of India, among the different citizens of India. So I will be using all the different linear programming skills. So please remember the keyword under linear programming is that I will be using different methods via which I can distribute a scarce resource. As simple as that. Okay, question number 23. If you need any more explanation on any of the options, I can explain it. Please let me know. Main difference between brainstorming and Delphi. Preeti is asking. Main difference on brainstorming and Delphi. See, I should say focus on the keywords. If you are using your assumptions, then it can draw out many wrong questions, I would say. Brainstorming, may remember, it's more of simultaneously exchanging of ideas. For example, I hope you know about your class school days wherein teacher used to ask आज picnic पे कहाँ चले. So it's like a I should say fish bazaar which happens. मछली market बन जाता था कि यहाँ चलते वहाँ चलते. So that is an example of brainstorming for my friends. Delphi technique, it's more of a organized technique. Your principal is sending for example, your principal is sending you the questionnaire. They are sending you a particular type of Google form as well, and then you have to fill in your responses, and all the responses will then go to the principal. Then the decision will be made. This is I should say, the best example which I can give for Delphi and brainstorming. Yes. Yes, the correct answer in this particular domain will be option C. Why? I didn't even look at the question. In order to, they use 2 or 3 people. So this is what I should say. They, for example, in IPL bidding, you must have seen that how RCB was planning to take Glenn Maxwell into their side. So they are planning a game theory wherein they are deciding that how CSK will bid, how different parties will bid. So that is an example of game theory which generally takes place. Statement conclusion. See, Mayank has a very genuine doubt. Let me explain it. See, there is a difference between decision making and conditioning. Okay. There is a very big difference between decision making and conditioning. What you are saying, Mayank, is a conditioning thing. Like, for example, if Ram is crossing the road, then either he will look right, either he will look left. This is known as conditioning. This is not decision making. If you see 2021 paper, my friend, there were 3 questions from the fringe topics. Fringe topic means which are not related to decision making, but they are related to the management. There were 7 questions which were related to the core decision making, like the process, different types of decision making, and so on and so forth. So right now in the 2022, I see that NABARD will follow that particular order only. That's why we are going right now till question number 49. We are covering the core concepts of decision making. Then after question 49 to 75, we will discuss all the related concepts, like what are the big management concepts, like leadership की theories होगी कुछ that are very important. Maslow motivational theory होगी वो होगी. That's why I'm saying in the next 1.5 hours or maximum 2 hours, we are going to cover decision making in the best holistic manner as possible. सो अगर आप 2 आवर वेट कर सकते हो देन यू कैन ईजिली, आई शुड से, योर डिसीजन मेकिंग कट ऑफ विल बी क्लियर. और जस्ट इसको रिवाइज कर लेना एक बार एग्जाम से पहले, देन आई डोंट थिंक एनी फोर्स विच इज स्टॉपिंग यू. क्वेश्चन नंबर 24 इज इन योर स्क्रीन राइट नाउ. Sir, he is asking reasoning वाले decision making thinking. Yes, that's what I think. That is known as critical conditioning, if I'm not wrong, जो कि RBI के phase 1 में भी आते हैं बहुत. So I think that is not important for all of you to take at this particular junction. Just remember what 2021 PYQs have told you. As simple as that. Duration of class. I am trying to finish off this class till 8:30 because if you want me, I can finish this class at 8 as well, but it depends upon your participation and not on my. I have to close this class by 8:30 because these are certain directions which have been given to me. Hanji, so who will be giving me the right answer of question number 24? Identify the technique of decision making. Again, I am focusing on the technique. Just remember this, which observes several outcomes under hypothetical or artificial settings. Network techniques. Muhammad Asif is going with D. Ritika is going with D. Till now, I have not got any right answer, I would say. Please, people, focus on the keyword hypothetical and artificial. These are certain keywords. I am saying pull up your socks. ऐसा ना हो कि decision making में cut off ना निकले and you are going good in merit sections. The correct answer here will be simulation. For example, if you are practicing your mocks, this is an example of simulations because the same mock will be there in your NABARD Grade A as well. So this is an hypothetical, artificial. These are certain keyword which is comes to simulations. Yes, now I can see some people are answering right, but your first question was wrong. Sonia is also going wrong. I can see now the message is retrieved, but this is not. Yes, Braj Mohan is going right. Simulation hoga, sir. Yes, simulation is the correct answer. Now question number 25. Right now we are on the techniques only, my friend. We are discussing different techniques right now. Simulator games. Yes, very good, Sagar. Question number 25. Again, a very important technique of decision making which is used in used by different managers. If you want me to explain different techniques of decision making, please let me know. I will go back because this is the last class of decision making which has been taken by EduTap. उसके बाद सिर्फ आपको रिवीजन ही करना है. 13 days are left. So if there is consensus, then I will discuss all the techniques. But if there is no consensus, then please forgive me. You can Google it, different terms which you have it. Question number 25. Movie is going on B. Queuing theory, okay. Ritika is going with B. Yes, the correct answer here will be B. Queuing theory is also known as, can someone let me know the synonym of that particular theory? Can someone also let me know the synonym of that particular theory? Come on, I'm not giving you the options. This is a very straightforward question. It is also known as weight line theory, or you can say waiting line theory. Note this point. Okay, so under queuing theory, I will just want to reduce my inventory levels, wasting time so that I can invest the same time in the productive activity. As simple as that. Okay, once explain them with keywords. Yes, I can explain, but again, I need certain, I should say, consensus so that people agree. It should not be like I'm forcing on you. So if you have that particular thing, then I can see. See here, the keyword will be every business is suffering waiting period. So to remove that particular waiting period, the queuing theory was invented. Okay, and you are also seeing this particular example. Sometime manufacturing company may gather a stock of unsold gold. Now, if I am gathering unsold goods, that is a wastage of time. Plus, it will also increase my ordering, inventorying cost, and that will indeed return my reduce my profit. So that is an example of I should say unnecessary expenses. So that's why queuing theory was introduced, which says that you should order at a particular moment when you have to, when there is an actual need. As simple as that. So many are saying explain. So let me see if I can explain. Okay, if you agree, then I can explain, but I need certain more yes, because if I go against the majority people, because majority are saying no. So let's take a final call after this particular question. Now we have seen, chalo, let's answer this particular question, then we will take a final call. 100 people are live right now. आई नीड अ कंसेंसस, बिकॉज अगर आप लोगों ने कोई ये फिर कल कमेंट करके बोल दे कि सर टाइम पास करा रहे थे, देन इट कैन बी अ, आई शुड से डोंकी मूवमेंट फॉर मी. So we will decide after this particular question. Okay. After this particular question, first please let me know the answer of analytical hierarchical process is a decision making techniques which helps to mitigate any subjectivity or intuition that goes into decision. So what will be the answer of question number 26? As simple as that. 26D. No, 26 is not D. Okay, chalo, the consensus is yes. Then we will go back and we will explain all the different techniques, because techniques se pakka question aane wala hai. Take my words on it. Question number 26, I am waiting for the right answer. Yes, this particular technique was developed by Thomas Sati. Now let's go back to this particular slide where we have different techniques of decision making. Okay, so let me arrange this particular slide in a very organized manner. So in next 10 minutes we will finish this discussion and then we will move to the other set. Just let me drink some water so that I can arrange some energy. So these are certain. So now please pay attention with the keywords. I am explaining you the keywords. I am not going into the example side. See, first let's understand non-quantitative techniques. Under non-quantitative, first understand what is the basic meaning. I will be using less or no numbers. Simple. Okay. Now if you want to understand the standard definition, it is all about that you will be using less mathematical models. As simple as that. The first is intuition, my friend. For example, intuition. I am assuming that NABARD में सारे के सारे correct answer ही B होंगे. So that is an example of intuition. I am using my inner sense. I am using my I should say तुक्का technique जिसे हम लोग हिंदी में बोलते हैं. That is throwing a black arrow in a black dark manner. As simple as that. Intuition मुझे लगता है कि ऐसा होगा, कल बारिश होगी. That is intuition. Facts. What does facts mean? Fact means that मैंने 5 साल के पेपर देखे हैं. I have seen that particular domain कि decision making में ये है, computers में है. Then I am making my decision for this particular year. So that is facts. Now fact is, some people will say that fact is a quantitative technique. Now under facts I am not using that particular model of mathematical. I am just analyzing the previous year, I should say, questions, and then I am making that decision. So that is based on facts. For example, अगले साल मुझे कितना profit होगा, that will depend upon the profits which I have just earned in the previous quarters and the previous year. So just be with me, be there with me. Experiences. For example, my friends, आप एक water park में गए, वहाँ पे आपने देखा कि एक बहुत बड़ी water slide है. There is a big water slide which is coming down from that particular water park. Now you are now using your previous experience. कैसे मैं पिछली बार जब इस slide पे गया था, then I was feeling, I should say, dizziness. Then this time I will be using my past experience and I will say no, this time मैं इस slide पे नहीं जाने वाला. So under past experiences you will be going based on your past experiences. As simple as that. Considered opinion, my friend. Considered opinion says what? For example, आपको NABARD के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं था, तो now you are listening to all the experiences which have been given by Anchit sir, all the experiences which have been given by Ritika ma'am, all the experiences which have been given by Diksha ma'am, Gurkirat sir, and so on and so forth. So this is what considered opinion means. कंसर्ड ओपिनियन मीन्स कि आप उस पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट, उस पर्टिकुलर एक्सपर्टीज, उस पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट मैटर के ओपिनियन सुन के अपना डिसीजन लोगे. सो दीज आर सर्टेन वेरी इजी. Okay, then comes brainstorming. I have just told you, different people, they will sit on a same table, they will just debate on the same particular time. They will not wait for that particular person to open to close his mouth. They will just go like I should say all gun blazing. जैसे मैंने अभी क्लास का एग्जाम्पल दिया, टीचर ने पूछा हमें कहाँ जाना है, so all the people, all the different students who are saying मैम यहाँ चलते, मैम वहाँ चलते, वहाँ, so that becomes the example of what मछली market works. That is brainstorming. Nominal group technique, I have just told you that each and every member will write on the card and then the final decision will be taken on later. Delphi technique, again I have told you, Delphi technique mein you will send the questionnaire. That is the most keyword over here. Questionnaire bhejenge, and they can be on the non-physical proximities as well. They can be sitting on different world and they can take their own decision. Quality circles, my friend. Quality circles, for example, let's take an example of Reliance. Reliance is taking a decision of introducing bonus for all the different employees. Now what all the employees will do, they will chit chat, they will do their own I should say informal communication in the cafeteria and so on and so forth, and in those particular quality circles they will take their decisions कि हाँ यार bonus ले लेना चाहिए या नहीं लेना चाहिए. Fish bowling, I have just told you that there will be one person who will be sitting in between, or you can also understand that particular understanding that there will be some inner circle who will be taking major decisions. That is what overall concept of fish bowling is all about. Didactic decisions is all about like अपने economic man model में होता है. Didactic decision is mainly regarding yes or no. इट्स नॉट लाइक मिडल पार्ट. आप मिडल पार्ट ले ही नहीं सकते. किसी एक ऑप्शन का आंसर अगर आपको नहीं आता तो वो आप उसको बढ़ के आगे पढ़ जाओगे. दैट इज व्हाट डायडेटिक डिसीजंस मींस. इट मींस दैट इट्स लाइक इधर येस और नो. इन्हें एक तरीके का वो भी बोलते हैं लाइक जीरो सम गेम. इधर यू हैव प्रॉफिट, इधर यू हैव लॉसेस. Synetic is all about diversity, my friends. Diversity means what? If today I am making a decision, then I will take decision maker from different fields. For example, today if let's take I am making a policy for language for India, then I will accept people from North India, then I will accept people from South India, West India, so on and so forth. Marginal analysis, this is the term which has been taken from your economics. For example, आपने अभी let's take today you have taken 4 rotis in your 4 chapatis or whatever you say, 4 rotis in your, I should say, in your dinner. Now, when your mom is offering you the fifth chapati or roti, then your mind will use this particular analysis. It will say that each extra unit will give you less utility. So that is what marginal analysis. The keyword here will be additional unit. So यहाँ पे किसी को डाउट है तो प्लीज लेट मी नो. दिस आर सर्टेन नॉन क्वांटिटेटिव टेक्निक्स. एग्जाम्पल्स मैंने दे दिए जितने मैं दे सकता था. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज यू जस्ट हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द थीम. क्वेश्चन में यही होगा कि मेन वर्ड पूछेंगे एंड देन यू हैव टू मूव ऑन. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टू क्वांटिटेटिव. कैन आई मूव अहेड टू क्वांटिटेटिव? किसी को यहाँ पे अगर कोई भी आई शुड से अगर प्रॉब्लम है देन गिव मी a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you have with you. Okay, so I can see that no one is responding. So now let's move to quantitative. Quantitative linear programming, I have just told you that you have to use minimum resources so that you can distribute to the maximum people. Probability mein, again, probability mein you will use different probability frequencies. Game theory mein you will try to, I should say, okay, I will explain that. Under game theory, just remember that I will try to stimulate the competition. मैं competition जैसे होने वाला है उसको stimulate कर लूँगा. As simple as that. Queuing theory I have explained you. Simulation I have also explained you. Simulation is all about that you will, for example, if you give mocks, that is an example of simulation. For example, if you see army people, they first train on the different digital mediums. They will first train how the digital gun works and then they will use in the real world. So that is a very important thing. Okay, now there are some doubt regarding marginal analysis. Marginal analysis एक यूनिट अगर मैं आपको ज्यादा देता हूँ किसी भी चीज का तो आप खुद सोचोगे कि मैं वो लूँ या नू लूँ बिकॉज आपने पहले बहुत सारी चीजें ले रखी है. तो दैट इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एडिशनल यूनिट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल माय बेट अंडर मार्जिनल एनालिसिस आप 4 दिन से रोज सुबह मॉर्निंग में मैगी खा रहे हो. ओके, फिफ्थ मॉर्निंग अगेन आई, फिफ्थ मॉर्निंग पे दिस पर्टिकुलर टेक्निक विल वर्क. योर माइंड विल से यार मैंने 4 दिन तो खा ली है, 1 यूनिट अगर मैं और बढ़ाऊं तो क्या उससे मेरा नुकसान होगा या फायदा होगा. एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो मैगी अज्यूमिंग दैट इट्स अनहेल्दी टू द बॉडी पार्ट, योर माइंड विल से नो. दिस इज हाउ मार्जिनल एनालिसिस वर्क. ओके, सो I hope I have explained you maximum as possible. Under Synetic, just remember the keyword diversity. For example, if I'm making a policy on language, let's take a language for particular country की official language क्या होनी चाहिए इस country की, then I will accept the decisions from different people. मैं South India के people को भी बुलाऊंगा, मैं North India, West India, whatever part of you India are there, you will call them and then make a decision. You cannot take decision by your own. Now linear programming, probability, game theory, queuing theory are done. Simulation is also done. Under network techniques, see under network I will analyze the path. Now what does path means? Path means for example A path है और B path है. आज मुझे let's take दिल्ली से if I want to travel to Ladakh, okay, let's promote Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. So if let's take I have to go by Delhi to Ladakh, the overall I should say duration is of 3 hours. This is path A, road A, or you can say road A. Road B says Delhi to Ladakh will take 2 hours. So a rational man, he will understand the conditions and he will say कि मैं तो part B से जाऊंगा. So that is what network technique is all about. You will choose the best network which is available to you. Now network, when it comes to the scientific languages, there are two important concepts. First is CPM. CPM stands for critical path method. क्रिटिकल पाथ मेथड अगेन डीप में मत जाओ, जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दे विल टेल यू टू डिफरेंट रूट्स कि ए से जाऊंगा बी से जाऊंगा तो इतना टाइम लगेगा. पर्ट इज, just remember the full form. PERT is Program Evaluation Review Technique. I am not writing each and every word, but just I am telling you Program Evaluation Review Technique. Just very important when it comes to the scientific management. Mathematical programming. For example, you can see log table, you can see differentiation, integration. All are an example of mathematical programming जहाँ पे आप core maths use करते हो. कॉस्ट एनालिसिस ऑल्सो नोन एज ब्रेक इवन. ब्रेक इवन क्या होता है? जहां पे आपका नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस आती है, आपका वो पॉइंट आ जाता है जहां पे आप एकदम जीरो प्रॉफिट जीरो लॉसेस पे खड़े हो. एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो मैनेजर यूज दिस पर्टिकुलर ब्रेक इवन एनालिसिस विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज कॉस्ट एनालिसिस टू मेक डिसीजंस कि मैं उसी डिसीजन पे अपना प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाऊंगा जहां मैं ब्रेक इवन पे आ जाऊं. कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे कंपनी खोलनी है, फैक्ट्री खोलनी है, देन आई विल सी व्हाट आर द एक्सपेंसेस, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स. इफ माय बेनिफिट्स इज अबव माय एक्सपेंसेस देन आई विल ओपन दैट. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं फैक्ट्री खोल रहा हूं और मुझे नुकसान ही हो रहा है कि मेरे एक्सपेंसेस ही बहुत ज्यादा है, देन आई विल नॉट यूज इट. फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस ऑल अबाउट योर रेशियो, all about your balance sheet, all about your cash flow and all. So you will make your statements based on cash flow, balance sheets and so on and so forth. So this was a as fast explanation I can give it to you. Okay, yes, marginal utility theory is from economics, program evaluation and review technique. So I have given you the best explanation which was possible for me to give in the small period of time. Now if you have any doubt, let me know, and if not, then we will move to the question number whatever we have skipped right now. So this was your overall techniques. Just remember the categories, just remember the theme. They will give you the theme. जैसे क्वीन थ्योरी में उन लोगों ने वहाँ पे थीम दिया कि they were having a larger waiting times. Mathematical problem में they will give you the technique कि यार they are using different mathematical models. So that will be your this. So I hope that all the different things are clear to you. I have given my throat out. जितना हो सकता है I have explained you. Now they were different. Now please understand. अब थोड़ा सीरियस हो जाओ. फर्स्ट दे वर नॉन क्वांटिटेटिव, दे वर क्वांटिटेटिव, ये वी हैव कवर्ड. नाउ देयर इज अनदर सेट विच सेज मॉडर्न. मॉडर्न के अंदर द फर्स्ट थिंग इज एनालिटिकल हायरार्किकल प्रोसेस. एनालिटिकल हायरार्किकल प्रोसेस यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. यू आर अगेन यूजिंग मैथ्स, यू आर अगेन यूजिंग इंटीग्रेशन, यू आर अगेन यूजिंग डिफरेंशिएशन. नाउ इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट इफ यू मेक डिसीजन बाय इंट्यूशन, अगर आप इंट्यूशन डिसीजन लेते हो देन इट कैन बी लाइक decision can work for you or either it cannot be work for you. So that's why Dr. Thomas Setti developed this analytical hierarchical process जहाँ पे intuition का रोल कम हो जाए और जहाँ पे मैथ्स का रोल बढ़ जाए, जहाँ पे लॉजिक्स लगे, जहाँ पे फॉर्मूलाज लगे, उसको बोलते हैं analytical hierarchical process. As much simple as that. Okay. So this was the overall, I should say, analytical hierarchical process. Now under modern, I am telling you this falls under modern technique ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग. डिसीजन मेकिंग से पक्का क्वेश्चन आना ही आना, ये आप लिख के ले लो. नहीं आया तो मेरा नाम चेंज कर देना, बट आएगा जरूर क्योंकि यही सबसे मेजर चंक ऑफ दी डिसीजन मेकिंग का पोर्शन है. अब मॉडर्न के अंदर आप देखोगे एक तो एनालिटिकल हायरार्की का प्रोसेस हो गया, एक आपका एफिनिटी डायग्राम्स भी होता है. वी विल डिस्कस दिस, उस पर मैंने क्वेश्चन रखा है आगे. एफिनिटी डायग्राम्स भी होता है. देन आपका द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट यहाँ पे को जॉइंट एनालिसिस भी होता है. ओके, चलो मैं आगे ही समझा दूंगा. लेट्स नॉट वेस्ट योर टाइम. Question number 27. Dash is a process of identifying solutions to a problem and options to pursue. In this type of decision making, all the members discuss various ideas. Okay. A very easy question. Just go with the keywords, my friend. Go with the keywords. Question number 27. All the members discuss various ideas. This is your keyword. Now try to answer this question. 27E. Superb Nilesh, very good. Anuradha is also going with E, very good. I think now the concept is very much clear to you. यहाँ पे अगर मैं एक simultaneous और लिख देता ना, then तो you would have said कि पक्का E होने वाला है. Remember, linear programming resources के ऊपर जाएगा, queuing theory waiting period में जाएगा, game theory you will try to mock your competitors, network analysis you will say network techniques that you will see that which path is good for you. Very good people. Question number 28. In this technique of decision making group of experts is seated around the circle with a single chair in center. Single chair in center. I don't think आगे आपको आगे पढ़ने की भी जरूरत है. And this I have taken from a PDF which was uploaded on very reputed, I should say, College of India. I will not take the name because that will make me That will send me in trouble. But this is a question which I have taken. So I have analyzed all the different components of decision making and then make this. Yes. Now the answer will be fishbowing. Very easy question. A single chair. You will see a person who is sitting over here, and then the ideas will be discussed. Then this person will move to his original position, and now this person will replace him. This is your fishbowling is all about. Right now, I can see maximum of you are going the right technique. Very good, people. I'm very proud of you. Question number 29. Identify the technique of decision making which is used to calculate economic cost along with social advantages. आप अपने cost को benefits के social advantages या you are comparing your cost to the benefits. You are comparing your cost to the benefits. Now it can be equal, it can be more, or it can be less. So what is your answer? Come on, fast. I need your answers very fast. Don't be a couchy potato. B. Yes, B. How can B? Yes, Nilesh is going with C. Even Anuradha is going with C. Harsh is going with C. Yes, I can see maximum of you are going with C. Cost benefit analysis. Very good, people. Now, can you please, chalo, I will ask you in the future slides only. Abhi thoda bhagate hai because we have very less time left. Question number 30, my friends. Identify the incorrect statement from below. Now we are moving to the heuristics part, my friend. Okay. So now we are moving to the core decision making techniques of modern era. Core decision making of your modern era, my friends. Question number 13. Mayank भी सही आंसर कर रहे हैं एकदम. Shri Satya Deepthi is also answering is सही. Cost benefit is the right answer. Come on, people. Question number 30. यहाँ से 45 क्वेश्चंस और बचे हैं. चलो जल्दी जल्दी. बट अपन ने मेजर चंक ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग कवर कर लिया है. अभी एक छोटे छोटे कंसेप्ट है, बायसनेस बचा है, और फिर तो वी कैन हैव दैट स्पीड. Yes, heuristic is not based on trial and error. Good, people, good. See, heuristic is something which you will use to make tukka. Again, very much as simple as that. You will use this particular technique to reduce your time. It will also reduce your cost. Although heuristics will also result into a low quality decision. But again, in this particular world, we just have to reach to a decision. Group think satisfying, which we have just discussed in the individual group decision making process. Same thing is applied under heuristics as well. So heuristic methods are used to refine a product and a service over a time. True hai. Heuristic methods are often being a benefit of saving time. This is also true because it's a type of tukka, as simple as that. Or I should also say, in a professional language, there are certain assumptions. For example, if I am making a decision for buying a life insurance policy, मुझे आज एक लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी खरीदनी है SBI की. जस्ट टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ SBI. ओके, देन I am making my decision. Focus on this word. I am making my decision on an assumption. What is my assumption? That I will live for 10 years. Now, what is this? This is an heuristic. What is this heuristic? That I will live for 10 years. So this is a tukka. This is also an assumption. This is what heuristic is all about. Heuristic. Now see, if I have taken that decision that I will live for 10 years, I will take this policy. It will refine a product. I will see that how insurance policy is working. It is also saving my time and cost because I have taken decision in a very fast forward manner. It is based on trial and error. हो भी सकता है कि I can live for 20 years or I can live for just one day. Touch wood, जो भी है. Heuristics are not accurate because no one says that कि मैं कितने साल रहने वाला हूँ. So that is all heuristics are all about. Kindly ignore all this फालतू people who are posting unnecessary things on the chat. Okay. Question number 31. Identify the types of heuristic. Now, my friend, we are going deep into the different types of heuristics. Last time we have seen how different heuristic questions was asked. Now is the time to check your knowledge on different heuristics. This is the modern concept, I would say. So please answer your questions accordingly. Question number 31. Yes. Affect. Okay. So I can see maximum of you are going on the wrong dimension. I have not put that diagram. Chalo, I will explain why that diagram only. Yes, my friend. The correct answer here will be option D. Now, why it's option D? First, understand that there are various types of heuristic, my friend. Let me just give me small directions and then you will be able to move on. different types of heuristics. See, I have told you the whole concept of heuristics, but my friend, now is the time to go deep into this topic, because this was the toughest, I would say, toughest question which was asked in 2021, which was regarding backward heuristic, working backwards. Okay, now why it was toughest? Because no one has studied that particular time, but right now just give me another 10 minutes, I will explain you. See, what is availability heuristic? For example, if I have to make a cake right now, girls will try to correlate it, that if I have to make a cake right now, I have just seen an ad, on a TV that Parle-G biscuits are good to make cakes. Now if I go into a supermart, I will just select Parle-G biscuit out of hide and seek or different this. So this is what availability heuristic is all about. You will be feeding certain information in my mind, not you, I should say the companies. When they feed certain information in my mind, that will be available to my mind while decision making. So that is what availability, I should say, heuristic is all about. Representative heuristic means that, for example, we all know that people from south, do not take it personally, I am just explaining you for an example, so I respect all the people of India. Okay, representative heuristic, for example, people of south wear that particular dhoti which I see in the traditional photos. Now all the people who are from south will wear that, we don't know, right? So that is what representative heuristic is all about. Representative heuristic is all about that you will have certain picture in your mind. Availability is all about information which is available to your mind. Representative is all about the picture which is available to your mind, as simple as that. For example, all the people from south wear traditional dhotis, then my friend who is also from south, I will make an assumption that he is also wearing a traditional dhoti. Effect, for example, if share market falls down today, it will have a negative decision on me, and then I will make a decision that I will not take any trade in the future coming day. So that is an example of effect decision. It can be positive as well. For example, if I have a profit of, let's say, 10 lakh rupees today in share market, then I will make a decision that tomorrow also I will going to take a trade. Anchoring and availability are very much confusing. So listen to this particular question carefully. For example, if let's take, I am making a decision to order a dish in the restaurant, or you can also say that I am making a decision to buy a pen from a stationery store. Okay, now that particular stationery store has given me that it's a 50% off on this particular pen, which is also known as Trimax. I hope you have used it. So there is a 50% off on the Trimax. So what was anchoring means? Anchoring will say that choose this particular product because there is 50% off to it. Now many people will say that this particular information is also fed to, yes. So this can be a confusing point of all of you, but I have given you the explanation as much as possible. For example, on WhatsApp, you might have seen how people react based on different fake news. Okay, so you react when you see certain I should say, an object according to you. What is working backward? Working backward means that first you will start from results, then you will move backward to step 2, then you will move to step 1, then you will move to step 3. So understand the whole different theme, and then you will be able to answer your question. Under this particular question, it was clearly said, when you are trying to make a decision, you might quickly remember a number of relevant examples जो कि आपके mind में है, something which is feeded to your mind. So that is your availability heuristic, something which is already feeded in your mind. Now try to answer this particular question, which is also based on heuristics के type, because heuristics type is a very hot topic और वो भी आ सकता है speaking on the previous year analysis. Please repeat. Can you please repeat availability? Availability means something which is fed to your mind. Anchoring means something very recent, but availability is all about something, I could say, for example, आपको केक ही बनाना है, or you can also say you have to make certain chow mein, or you have to make certain food products. So what product you will take, which is it depends upon you कि आपके दिमाग में क्या है, क्या feed करा गया है. Question number E, yes, it's a representative of mental prototype. आपके अंदर दिमाग के अंदर कोई image चल रही होगी. That is really very important. Understand how different heuristic works. Remember the examples, then only you will be able to differentiate between different. Yes, here the correct answer will be E. Good. Now we are moving to question number 33. This is an application based question. Last year NABARD has also asked an application based question, so I have tried to keep n number of questions covering different topics. Question number 33. Swati is doing a shopping in a local mall. When C, I should say when she होगा, ये C नहीं होगा. When she enters the mall, she directly jumped at the first offer without shopping around the better deal. Which type of heuristic is being used by Swati? She jumped to the first offer without shopping around the better deal. So this is what your recent information is all about. उसके दिमाग में सिर्फ यही चला कि इसमें the first thing is that. So that will be an example of anchoring. Super people. Now I can see that you are answering it correctly. Now because you know the concepts. Now we have covered different techniques of decision making, my friends. There are certain techniques which are left, which I will cover in the later part, but right now let's focus on different decision making styles. Yes, I can see maximum people are saying right. Ritika, Anuradha, Future Executive Academy. Wow, what a good name. Sri Satya, Harshal, everyone is giving the right answer. Very good, kudos to all of you. Now we are moving to different decision making styles. Mainly speaking, there are 4 decision making styles which are given on your screen. So first is try to answer this particular question if when my explanation is over. Decisive is all about that I will be making decisions on my own. The same concepts of autocratic leader. For example, I am not listening to each and anyone. I am just making my own decision based on my own capacities and capacities. As simple as that. Flexible is like I will listen to different views. But I will make the decision of my own, and it's more of that I can adjust to that particular decision even if the outcome is not going good. So hierarchy means that I will follow a particular process. Now here process does not mean the system wala process. Hierarchy means that I will follow all the book rules. I will also follow all the bureaucratic structure which has been given by my organization. Integrative is all about out of the box. Again, non-program decision का same concept will be applicable over here. Yes, here the correct answer will be B. Why? Because such leaders are prepared to shift to a different course of action if their approach is not working. This is, my friend, this is not a leadership style. ये leadership style नहीं है, ये decision making की styles है जो एक decision maker लेता है. So please understand these certain types. Again, decisive, I have told you that they will be making decisions in a very short period of time. They will only listen to themselves. They will not take any view. Hierarchy, they will follow a proper bureaucratic structure. For example, I am a subordinate, then I will ask my superior. That particular superior will ask to that his or her superior. Flexible, I am very much flexible to adopt different styles of different style of decision making. Integrative, something which is very unique, something which is very non-programmed, as much easy as it could get. Question number 35. Sir, referred book for decision making. अभी कोई इसका logic नहीं बनता है because right now the time is very less. Just revise this particular PDF, revise this lecture, and I think आपका cut off clear आराम से हो जाएगा. But if you want to go ahead, then in fact, frankly speaking, even I don't know any decision making books, but I have read various PDFs, various, I should say, research paper on which are available on internet. Then I have developed my knowledge regarding decision making. 35D. Now favors innovative. यहीं पे देख के मैं आंसर अपना क्या मार्क कर दूंगा, integrative. So not wasting much of your time. Let's move to another set of question. Yes, you can mark your answers, but I'm not wasting much time because आगे थोड़ा discuss करने को और है. Identify the technique which is used in decision taking, which also has application in 7 different wheels. A very easy question. This is a very important rule. 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule of your I can see participation is reducing, so I request you to increase your participation. Even if you are marking wrong answers, no issue, but right now just focus on the concepts. Concept builds ho gaye, then you can answer any question. Just go on the random Telegram group after this section and you will be able to answer all the questions. This is my guarantee to you. Hanji, so who will be giving me the right answer? Yes, I can see maximum of you have not fallen into the trap of what I say is as kuch bhi mark kar do. The right answer will be E. It's Pareto analysis. Pareto analysis. What this particular concept sees, 20% of the efforts. कि आप 20% efforts बनाओ. Dedicated. Okay, ऐसा नहीं कि मन मार के. Dedicated. I'm writing dedicated and that will result into 80% of results. Okay, so this is what your strategy regarding decision making is all about. Or I should not say decision making, I should say regarding the whole NABARD process. 20% of the efforts will lead to the 20% of the effects, sorry. I should say efforts, will lead to 80% of the results. As simple as that. Yes, the correct answer will be E. Now again one question on the decision making style so that I can test you. Again very easy question. Minimum amount of information. They value speed, they value efficiency, and they value consistency. Pareto chart is also very much famous. Yes, close to 100 people are live. I request you to please participate. यही रिवाइज कर लो ताकि लास्ट रिवीजन फिर अपन फोर्थ या फिफ्थ को आपको जब को करना हो आपके स्टडी प्लान के हिसाब से. बट आई गारंटी यू, और आई शुड से 90% चांसेस, अगेन आई एम टेकिंग दैट रिस्क, 90% चांसेस आर देयर कि आपका कट ऑफ इससे ही क्लियर हो जाएगा. You do not have to go on different websites and so on and so forth. Yes, here the correct answer will be, let me see the chat box. Nilesh, Harsh, Urmila, Swati, everyone is going with decisive. Good my people, good. Now your concepts are clear. Now we are moving to decision making tree. Again, decision making tree, my friend, is one of the most important component of your, I hope आपको इसका पता हो कि इसके अंदर कैसे decisions लिए जाते हैं. What are the different components of decision making tree? In if I'm not wrong, in AIM test, that is All India mock of NABARD Grade A, in one, many people have asked me that why decision making tree components are important. Decision making tree, again, this is one of the flagship concepts of management and decision making. तो ये तो पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. So let me see who gives me the right answer. If you do not know the answer, write skip, or you can also say no, but do not waste my time. Square is not the right answer. Square is not the right answer. D, yes, triangle, good. See, under decision making there are three types of figures. First is this square. Square is regarding decisions, कि आपको decision क्या लेना है. सर्कल से क्या डिनोट होता है, आपकी प्रोबेबिलिटी, या फिर आपको जिसको इनफॉर्मल लैंग्वेज में चांसेस भी बोल देते हैं. और एक ट्राइंगल बनता है. Just remember, sorry, just have this triangle represents the outcome. Simple. Okay, these three are very important, I should say, figures which you have to remember for decision making. Now first understand also what is nodes. Nodes represent different parts. So this is your homework. बहुत easy है इसको डिपिक्ट करना कि आपको खाने की भूख लग रही नहीं लग रही. बट राइट नाउ द मेन थिंग इज दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डिफरेंट पार्ट्स इट्स. डिसीजन नोट्स आर रिप्रेजेंटेड इन स्क्वायर. Chances notes are represented by circle. End notes, which is your outcome, is represented by triangle. So कोई ऐसे मत बोलना कि सर यही triangle होता है, ये भी triangle होता है. Okay, so I expect this much maturity from your end. This is your 70% chance, 30% chance, ये आपकी probability है. और ये सारे जो blue boxes लग रहे हैं ये आपके decisions है. ये आपको decision लेने हैं. अगर आप इसको खुद को decode करोगे तो ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा. Right now let's move to question number 39. हाँ जी, so बहुत easy question है. Again, we are discussing about the techniques only. Experience, my friend. Oh, sorry, I just told you the right answer, I think. Yes, here I am not waiting for the right answers. Let's move ahead to question number 40. Here the right answer will be option C. Okay, so we have covered all this different, I should say, domains. Yes, 39 ka answer is C. Thank you, Nilesh. So by mistake, I only told you the answer. Okay, so now the next question, my friend, is based on a, I should say, innovative form of question. You will have to see that particular question and then mark your answers. And I am expecting that 90% of the people will give a wrong answer, or let me make it 99. Okay, so this is a, I should say, an interactive class for all of you. So try to answer this particular question. First understand what this particular image is all about, then answer your question. Anji, so this is my challenge for all of you. Let's see who gives me the right answer. See the given below image and select the technique of decision making which has been used. So this is the data, this is the information, and again information which I have used. Now I am selecting this particular option. So me as a decision maker, I have this particular decision that I will be going with the green box. Nilesh is going with A. Okay, what other have to say? Yes, the correct answer will be A. Now in the previous slide, I have just seen that there are different techniques which I have to explain you. So first understand what are modern techniques. We have seen that how quantitative and non-quantitative techniques work. This is the third set, and this is the most important because this is the modern decision making tools which are used. C होगा sir, नहीं A ही होगा. ठीक है, द आंसर वॉज ए ओनली। ठीक है, तो जिसने ए आंसर करा है, थम्स अप टू देम। बट आई थिंक दो स्टूडेंट्स आर गोइंग इन माई एलपीएस सेशन, द लाइव प्रैक्टिस सेशन ऑफ नबार्ड, वहां पे मैंने ये सेम क्वेश्चन कवर करा था, बट देयर आई हैव गिवन अ ब्यूटीफुल एक्सप्लेनेशन टू ऑल माई स्टूडेंट्स। सो व्हाट इज एफिनिटी डायग्राम? एफिनिटी डायग्राम विच वॉज जस्ट रिप्रेजेंटेड इन दिस, आपके साथ आपके पास बहुत सारा डाटा है, देन यू आर कन्वर्टिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर डाटा इनटू स्मॉल स्मॉल फॉर्म, okay, and then you are arranging that data into a sequential form, and then you are making a decision. Okay, so affinity diagrams are used to convert data into information. Now I'm telling you what is the difference between data and information, and then you took your decision, as simple as that. Okay, now data is something which is very unorganized, फैला हुआ है, but under information is which is very organized. Organized means that it is well represented. Analytical hierarchical process I have already explained you. Max use करेंगे so that हमारा intuition कम हो जाए, as simple as that. ये मैंने पहले समझा दिया है. Paired comparison analysis, I have to choose between tea and coffee. ठीक है, so I will first write pros and then I will write cons. इसमें भी I will write pros and cons. Then according to the decision making rational process, he will decide what is good for this. So this is your paired comparison. Two things are compared. Co-joint analysis, this is generally used in marketing. Okay, why in marketing? For example, if I'm launching my new product, then I will do co-joint analysis. Now what is this co-joint? This is co-joint. First I will check whether my product is going good or not, whether my product is able to satisfy the needs of customer or not. And the second joint which I will check is the overall analysis of that particular customer which is giving me. So it's like a feedback. आप product भी देख रहे हो और आप customers का feedback भी देख रहे हो. So that is co-joint analysis. Heuristics मैंने बता ही दिया, Pareto मैंने बता ही दिया, 80-20-80 का रूल याद रख लो. Heuristics यहाँ पे मैंने बता ही दिया, assumptions होते हैं. ओके, एंड डिसीजन ट्री मैंने आपको बताई दिया, वो 3 फिगर जो आपको याद रखने जिससे आपका डिसीजन बनता है. तो दीज आर सर्टेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टेक्निक्स ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग विच आर वर्किंग इन मॉडर्न टाइम, as simple as that. Okay, remember the keyword here, the answer was affinity diagram because data is converting into information, information से आप decision ले रहे हो, as simple as that. Now let's move to question number 41. C नहीं होगा, A होगा. ठीक है, so I hope that thing is clear to you. 41. Now my friend, this is the last or not last, this is the second last, I would say, biasness in decision making. कभी कभी हम लोग decision making में biasness भी लिखाते हैं. So that is your second last part. और फिर last में दो concept और आ जाते हैं, DSSS के और MIS के. और इसके बाहर आपका decision making, I don't think जो core concept है decision making है वो कोई भी आएगा. This is your overall picture of decision making. So hardly 9 more questions are left. Ancient, what are ancient? Ancient techniques of decision making. So you are testing my knowledge. Asian techniques, again, you can say as quantitative and non-quantitative technique, but formally speaking, there is no category of Asian decision making which I have seen. So basically there are 3: quantitative, non-quantitative, and then you have modern. Yes. Biasness usually affect decision making process. In the same regard, identify the bias in decision making where decision making want to see a particular thing which is only positive. So that is your wishful thinking. Wishful thinking is all about you are giving him a positive. For example, अभी आपको NABARD का ऑफर आया हुआ है. Okay, NABARD Grade A जॉब का. Most of the people will take that job. Now there is some, I should say, devil's house only, which will also explain क्योंकि NABARD में जाओगे then you will have a particular job. There is no, I should say, business making opportunity or something. So that is something negative side. But you are only seeing the positive sides which are there in NABARD Grade A, and you are taking your decision. That is what wishful thinking is all about. Okay. So very easy concept. Just remember that it's जैसे हम बटरी भी बोलते हैं. Okay, इन बोलते हैं ना बटर लगा रहा है. That is also an example of wishful thinking only. हेलो इफेक्ट मोस्टली अपने कम्युनिकेशन बैरियर्स में कनेक्ट होता है. डिसीजन मेकिंग में अगर देखा जाए तो यस, बट अंडर हेलो इफेक्ट में जो आपको चीज़ याद रखनी होगी, वैसे आई डोंट थिंक वाई इट इज़ अ कंसेप्ट. हेलो इफेक्ट में यू सी जस्ट वन एट्रीब्यूट एंड देन यू मेक योर पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट या पॉजिटिव जो भी आपको स्टेटमेंट देना है. बट अंडर विशफुल थिंकिंग इट्स ऑल अबाउट सब कुछ पॉजिटिव. हेलो इफेक्ट में एक एट्रीब्यूट एट अ टाइम देखा जाता है. सो दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट डिफरेंस आई वुड से. So someone is asking why not A? Selective search for evidence. Selective search for evidence मैं आपको example देता हूँ. For example, who is asking this? Let me take that particular person. Artistic Priya. Artistic something is asking. For example, if I pass a statement that Earth is flat, okay, I have this particular thing which is feeded to me that Earth is flat. Now, I will not listen to all those people who are saying Earth is sphere or it round in shape, whatever it is. I will not listen to that. So I am avoiding all the evidences. So this is what selective search for evidences fit. But it's all positive right now. So that's why the answer was wishful thinking. Question number 42. Again, this is your bias. I have, I think, 5 more question on bias and then we will move to the fringe topic section, which is also very important. अगर आपको decision making भी नहीं करना, वो fringe भी कर लो, तब भी cut off तो clear हो ही जाएगा. But to be on a safer side, that is 6 plus score on decision making is what I am advising all to you कि इतना कर लो कि 6 plus, क्योंकि अगर 6 plus की category में चल जाओगे then you are almost safe. अगर आप यही 3 या 4 टारगेट करोगे उसमें भी एक अगर गलत हो गया then it can be a big loss for you. Question number 42. Decision maker ends up in a willingness. What one has told him the most often. उसको सबसे ज्यादा वही बताया जा रहा है. Okay? उसको सब कुछ वही बताया जा रहा है and it is again a greatest number of time. Okay? Yes, it's a repetition. Why it is a repetition? Because each and every time I'm telling you that yes, this will happen, yes, this will happen, yes, this will happen. It can be positive or negative. That's why it's a repetition. Very easy, just a journal reading would have made your day. Okay. Now coming to question number 43, my friends. Question number 43 is on your screen right now. What will be the correct answer of question number 43? Biasness affect decision making process. So this line is common, I think, in most of the questions. Identify the bias in decision making where decision making decides about the current situation, what they have previously invested in it. Very easy. This is the core line, I would say. I request you to please increase your participation. Because अभी तक अगर decision making नहीं करा है, then it's, I would say, a fool choice for you. Because अभी time is to focus on the merit section. Decision making से revise करते रहो along with computers. And tomorrow I am bringing 150 questions on computer. So वो भी yes, sunk cost. Super people, super. The answer will be sunk cost. For example, if Reliance has invested 10,000 crore in their oil and natural gas business, and even if that particular business is giving them the loss, they will decide that we will go on to continue this business because we have invested very heavily. They have previously invested. That's why the answer was sunk cost fallacy. Question number 44, my friends. Again, we are moving on the, I should say, biasness only, because these are certain very important biasness which can be there in your exam as well. Question number 44. In decision making parlance, dash concept deals with the psychology and sociology, and it's a cognitive bias. So remember that it's a cognitive bias. It's also a synonym of a cognitive bias. Who reads, for example, यहाँ पे आपको एक केस भी दे रखा है. Subject who reads sufficiently long word of list. For example, if he is reading 100 words, he is more likely to remember only that is towards the beginning, words towards the beginning, then the words in middle. उसको सिर्फ शुरू की याद रह गए और नीचे के याद नहीं हुए. So that is an example of primacy effect. Primacy effect says I will only remember the primary data which I can learn. Simple. अगर आपको मैं अभी क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 की लैंग्वेज पूछूं तो यू कैन नॉट रिमेंबर इट. अभी आपके सामने जो क्वेश्चन है उसकी लैंग्वेज ही रिमेंबर कर पाओगे बिकॉज इट इज अ प्राइमरी लैंग्वेज. प्राइमरी अक्रेंस. Sagar is asking, yes, computer will be also at 6 PM tomorrow with 150 questions. हाँ, बट ये है कि 150 क्वेश्चंस में आई विल ट्राई टू मेक इट टू 200 क्योंकि मैं बहुत सारे शॉर्टकट्स, बहुत सारे शॉर्ट फॉर्म्स भी रिवाइज करा दूंगा. सो अगेन कंप्यूटर में भी 15 प्लस टारगेट करो. यू कैन इजीली हैव नो फियर. बस ये 2 लेक्चर्स कर लो डिसीजन मेकिंग और कंप्यूटर्स का. इसको रिवाइज कर लेना एक बार एग्जाम से पहले सो दैट यू कैन बी ऑन अ सेफर साइड. I am explaining each and everything in Hindi as well because someone said that Hindi में भी समझाओ, so Hindi में भी होना चाहिए. Question number 45. Again, this is a tough question, I would say. Let's see who gives me the right answer. Chalo, I will tell you the right answer is E, but what will be the biasness which I am talking about this particular factor? But explain their failure in the terms of external sector. मैं तो यही लाइन पढ़ के आंसर लगा दूंगा. चलो वो ठीक है कि मैंने पहले पीपीटी बनाई है, so I know it, but I will also recommend you to have this selective reading. Anchoring is a heuristic. Primary effect is a biasness. So this is the biggest difference. And heuristics decision making के पहले होता है. Remember this. See, again I am saying you they are correlated only. I am not denying that particular fact. Rathod, your name is Rathod only, I think. So I'm not denying that particular fact, but under anchoring, it's more of that it will lead to your that decision. But under biasness, you have taken that decision and then you are saying that yes, this particular biasness work. So it's like post and pre, as simple as that. D. D is not the correct answer. I've told you the answer is E, but I'm waiting for the correct answer. It's known as attribution asymmetry. Now, what is attribution asymmetry, my friend? Attribution asymmetry, for example, you might have seen many people on the Telegram group. They blame RBI कि उनके इंटरव्यू में 2 नंबर है, 5 नंबर है, 10 नंबर है, 75 में से. That is an example of asymmetry. They will not take that particular cause on themselves. They will not accept their mistake, but indeed they will blame RBI. Or indeed they will blame any other regulatory body. I'm just not going personal, so do not take me in that particular category. I'm just giving you the example so that आपको याद रह जाए. So external factors such as bad luck, कि यार मेरा इस दिन दिन ही था इसलिए हुआ नहीं. So as simple as that. Okay. Now let's come to, so this was an example or not anchoring, Nilesh. This was an example of attribution asymmetry. So this is a bias, my friend. Anchoring is a type of a heuristic. So understand what I am asking. In this particular question, I am asking you to identify the biasness wherein the people tend to attribute. Okay. Question number 46. Harsh is now correlating with the exam, but right now I should focus. You should. Now these are the last two questions. I should say we have covered basics. Remember, अगर decision making शुरू से भी पढ़ना है, पहले basics पढ़ना. Characteristics क्या है, features क्या है, what is the difference between decision making and problem solving. Then move to the types: program, non-program, strategic, operating, strategic, tactical, so on and so forth. Individual, group decision making के difference क्या बोलते हो उसे, negative features क्या है. Then you move to the your, I should say, process क्या होता है, what are the different stages which you take in the decision making. Then you move to the models जिसमें economic man model, so on and so forth. Then आप आओगे techniques पे 3 quantity बना देना, non quantitative, quantitative and your, I should say, modern. And then you also have this particular biasness. इतना पढ़ लो, आराम से कट ऑफ क्लियर हो जाएगी. Hanji, it's decision support system. So the answer will be D. Now, why it's a decision support system? Because there is a very big difference between DSS versus your MIS. Okay. If you see decision support system and management information system, under decision support system, you will again reply that particular formula of affinity diagrams. आप डाटा को एक इंफॉर्मेटिव उसमें लेके आओगे, बट अंडर एक पर्टिकुलर इंफॉर्मेशन में लेके आओगे. दैट इज अ रोल ऑफ डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम. बट अंडर MIS आई एम ऑल्सो फोकसिंग ऑन क्वालिटी. I should also say it is also helping the manager to make decisions, as simple as that. Okay, so the key difference is regarding quality. Yes, the correct answer is decision support system of organized combines data, sophisticated analytical tools and user friendly software. For example, अगर आप EduTap की वेबसाइट भी देखते हो, EduTap का जिसके पास कोर्स है, each and everything is so much aligned. यहाँ पे FM static है, then FM static के अंदर पहले मैनेजमेंट के चैप्टर्स है, फिर फाइनेंस के, so on and so forth. But now let's understand what management information system is all about. Management system क्या बोलेगा, आप एक कोई भी चैप्टर खोलोगे, उसके अंदर सबसे पहले आपको कंसेप्ट नोट्स दिखेंगे, फिर आपको उसकी उसके पहले ओरिएंटेशन नोट दिखेगा, देन आपको वीडियोस दिखेगी, देन कंसेप्ट नोट्स, देन समरी शीट्स, दिस PYQ. So this is an example of MIS. But how each and everything is so much quality organized, that is an MIS. So as simple as that. The correct answer of this particular question will be option C. Now not wasting on much of my time. Again, very easy question, इसको भी उड़ा डालो 48 को. This is the last question of core decision making. Okay. This is the last question of core decision making. Come on, people. Half an hour more and we will conclude this lecture. Because see, डिसीजन मेकिंग के दो पार्ट्स है. एक होता है कोर डिसीजन मेकिंग और एक होता है फ्रिंज टॉपिक. फ्रिंज टॉपिक जिसमें आपका मैनेजमेंट पार्ट आ गया. कोर हम लोगों ने पूरा कवर कर लिया है, कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा है, जितना हो सकता था आई हैव कवर्ड दैट. अंडर फ्रिंज टॉपिक वी विल सी सर्टेन मोटिवेशनल और ओनली वन मोटिवेशनल थ्योरी विच इज मैस्लो. जर्नल मैनेजमेंट, डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, डेलीगेशन क्या होता है वो सब पढ़ लेंगे एक बार, छोटे छोटे वे में, ज़्यादा डीप नहीं जाना, सिर्फ और सिर्फ सरफेस रीडिंग रखनी, दैट्स इट. कम ऑन. Yes, the correct answer for question number 48 will be option B, because Diagram which helps the leader to visually organize numerous ideas. Again, no, organize means different data ko I am using as a organized data, as simple as that. I hope this much is also very much clear to you. Now we are moving to certain very famous management topics. Now I am not going deep into various management topics क्योंकि deep जाना था decision making में, okay, core decision making में. But last year there were 3 to 4 questions, my friend, and the cutoff was 1.25. So अगर आप ये वाले parts भी करके चल जाओगे तो this is basically part 2 of your session right now, which is beginning. Okay. So now let's begin with this particular session. In half an hour we will wound up, so I will not waste of your time. Which of the following personality is known as the father of administrative father? Father भी बोल लो या फिर इसको administrative की जगह modern father, modern management भी बोल सकते हो. So the answer will be your Henry Fayol. Yes, super people, I can see maximum people have given the right answer. It's not Abraham Maslow. Okay, I don't know why people are going with A. Okay, remember these two things. Father of administrative management is Henry Fayol. Father of scientific management is F.W. Taylor. F.W. is Frederick Wilson Taylor. Henry Fayol ने 14 principles दिए थे management के. Okay, now don't mug up each principle. नबार्ड के लिए रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है, सिर्फ इतना याद रख लो 14 प्रिंसिपल्स दिए थे, इसने 4 प्रिंसिपल्स दिए थे, जिसमें अगर वेरी फेमस अगर मैं आपको बताऊं तो फंक्शनल फोरमैनशिप है. सिर्फ इतना याद रख लो और कुछ याद नहीं रखना. फंक्शनल फोरमैनशिप इज ऑल अबाउट ब्रिंगिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन टू द लोअर लेवल ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. 14 प्रिंसिपल्स में से जैसे अगर एक आपको स्पिरिट डी क्रॉप, वो बहुत फेमस है. स्पिरिट डी क्रॉप व्हाट डज इट टेक कि आपको टीम वर्क रखना है और कुछ नहीं याद नहीं रखना है इसमें. लेट्स मूव अहेड. Now this is a very important motivational theory which is worldwide famous because of Abraham Maslow. Come on, I need answers for question number 50. Maslow ने एक पूरा पिरामिड बनाया था जिसमें पहली नीड थी बेसिक साइकोलॉजिकल नीड्स, देन वी डिस्कस अबाउट सेफ्टी नीड्स, देन वी डिस्कस अबाउट सोशल नीड्स, एंड देन वी मूव टू सेल्फ एस्टीम नीड्स, एंड देन वी मूव टू द सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन नीड्स. So the correct answer here will be D. Okay. Now, what is the overall pyramid of Maslow? First is basic psychological needs, roti kapda makan, as simple as that. Safety needs is all about your job security. Safety needs is all about your social pension and all. Love and friendship is all an example of love and belongingness. आपको connection कैसा मिलता है organization में, that is also very important. Esteem is self-respect, status, recognition, strength and freedom. As simple as that. Self-actualization. For example, if you can become a prime minister of nation, so your leader will promote you as a prime minister. Self-actualization is what you can truly become from your potential, as simple as that. So I'm not wasting much of the time in these concepts. बस इसमें इतना याद रख लो कि major headings क्या है, because वहीं से क्वेश्चन बनेगा. लास्ट ईयर प्लानिंग पे एक क्वेश्चन था, डेलीगेशन पे एक क्वेश्चन था, एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडर पे एक क्वेश्चन था. तीनों वेरी फेमस मैनेजमेंट कंसेप्ट्स है. ठीक है, अगर आपको ये आता है तो यू कैन इजीली आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, और कट ऑफ थी 1.25. सो ये वाला पार्ट भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 51. डैश इज द कैपेसिटी ऑफ ग्रुप मेंबर्स टू मेंटेन बिलीफ इन द इंस्टीट्यूशन और गोल, पर्टिकुलरली इन अ फेस ऑफ ऑपोजिशन. सो ये कीवर्ड है ग्रुप मेंबर. हु विल बी टेलिंग मी द राइट आंसर ऑफ क्वेश्चन नंबर 51? Come on, let me see my chat box as well. क्वेश्चन नंबर 51. डिसीजन मेकिंग की और कोई क्लास देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. वाई एम टेलिंग यू दिस, इतना कर लो वही बहुत है, बिकॉज इससे आपका 6+ स्कोर तो आराम से बन ही जाएगा 10 में से. नाउ 6+ नहीं तो वो 8+ भी बन सकता है, बट दैट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर रिवीजन. यस, सुपर्ब, इट्स मोरल. सी, फर्स्ट फोकस मोटिवेशन इंडिविजुअल थिंग्स के लिए होता है. मैं कभी ये नहीं कहूँगा कि मैं आज मेरा मोरल कम है. आई विल से कि मेरा इंडिविजुअल कम है. वाई? बिकॉज मोटिवेशन इज ऑल अबाउट इंडिविजुअल थिंग. मोरल इज ऑल अबाउट टीम और ग्रुप. व्हाट डज टीम और ग्रुप मीन्स? टीम इंडिया का आज मोरल बहुत ज्यादा है बिकॉज दे हैव वॉन अगेंस्ट जिम्बाब्वे. आई विल नॉट से दैट टीम इंडिया का मोटिवेशन कम है. सो मोरल विल बी यूज्ड फॉर योर टीम. लोकस ऑफ कंट्रोल विल से कि आपकी एबिलिटी कितनी है कि आप इंटरनल ब्लेम करते हो या एक्सटर्नल ब्लेम करते हो. एज सिंपल एज दैट. इंटरनल है या एक्सटर्नल है वो डिपेंड करता है. सेल्फ एस्टीम यहाँ पे आपका आ जाता है इनर कैपेसिटीज, सो दैट यू कैन डू इज. यहाँ पे आपकी अपनी हिंदी में एक वर्ड होता है क्षमता, कि आपके अंदर क्षमता कितनी, तो दैट इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ सेल्फ एस्टीम. ओके, सो दीज आर सर्टेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट व्हिच आई हैव जस्ट डिकोडेड यू, बट देयर द आंसर विल बी मोरल बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्रुप. बट अगर मैं यहाँ पे इंडिविजुअल रख दूं तो आंसर विल बी योर मोटिवेशन. एज सिंपल एज दैट. चलो, लेट्स मूव टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 52. 8.75 रहेगा सर, खूब रहेगा, बट दैट विल डिपेंड कि आप रिवाइज कितना करते हो. 52. Management means to now we are moving to the functions of management. See, last year इस पे एक क्वेश्चन था, so इसके बेसिस पे ही मैं आपके कम से कम डिसीजन मेकिंग से ही रिलेटेड 10 क्वेश्चन और बना सकता हूँ, बट इस स्लाइड को यहाँ सुन लेना. Oh, Nilesh is going 52A. 52A, which of the following is not? How can A be the right answer? I don't know. 2 is enough. 2 is enough depending upon the last year cutoff. But last year people को कोई आइडिया नहीं था. इस साल cutoff will rise. Take my words, 1.25 से तो ऊपर ही रहेगी. अब 2 या 3 के ब्रैकेट में होनी चाहिए, according to me. Because last year तो people तुक्के लगा के आए. इस साल I think people have certain preparation, so cutoff will rise. Assuming that कि 2021 का ही पेपर आता है तो. The correct answer here will be E, D. See, first understand why. Why I'm saying functions of management. There are 5 functions of management. First is planning. Listen to this carefully. Planning, क्योंकि इससे क्वेश्चन पक्का आ सकता है because this is the heartbeat of management. Okay. Planning. Then you move to organizing. Then you move to this particular component which is known as, I should say, staffing if I'm not wrong. Then you move to directing. And then you move to controlling. Okay, these are certain 5 important functions of management. इनके बिना मैनेजमेंट का कुछ है ही नहीं. आप कुछ भी पढ़ लो, कितने भी कंसेप्ट्स पढ़ लो, अगर ये 5 कंसेप्ट्स नहीं आते देन यू आर, आई शुड से, बिगिनर इन मैनेजमेंट. प्लानिंग यानी क्या होता है? आप एक प्लान बनाते हो कि आपको फ्यूचर कैसे रखना है. एज सिंपल एज दैट. मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का प्लान है कि वी विल बी दी बेस्ट इन द 10 years. ओके, दिस इज माई प्लान. प्लान कैन बी शॉर्ट टर्म एंड लॉन्ग टर्म, उस डिटेल में नहीं जाना. प्लानिंग क्या होता है अपने को वो याद रखना है. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग क्या होती है? आई विल मोबिलाइज ऑल द रिसोर्सेज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं अपना फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट बिठाऊंगा, अपना मार्केटिंग बिठाऊंगा, अपना सेल्स बिठाऊंगा, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट बिठाऊंगा. स्टाफिंग यानी क्या होता है? आई विल पुट पीपल इन दोज डिपार्टमेंट. एज सिंपल एज दैट. देन डायरेक्शन मीन्स, और डायरेक्टिंग मीन्स दैट आई विल स्टार्ट माई ऑपरेशंस. मैं जितने जितने डिपार्टमेंट में जितने जितने रिक्रूट्स करे, आई विल स्टार्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑपरेशन. कंट्रोलिंग मीन्स I will compare my end results. Compare is the keyword. Compare my end results to my goals. और वो goals मैंने कब set करे? Planning stage में. So controlling में I will go back again to planning, and planning में अगर कोई deviation होगा then I will follow this whole process. So which of the following is not a function of management? Leadership. Now direction के अंदर 4 components और होते हैं. First is communication, leadership. चलो फिर उसको आगे एक मोटिवेशन भी होता है और एक सुपरविजन. ठीक है. तो दीज आर 4 इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ डायरेक्टिंग. बट लीडरशिप per se is not a direct function of management. This is a function of direction. Okay, so I hope that much is very much clear to you. Okay, yes, superb. Nilesh has given the right answer, but previously he has also given the wrong answer, जो पहले planning mark किया था, but then he deleted an answer, so that's why the answer of this will be E. That is D. Now certain keywords, इसमें mobilization याद रख लेना, इसमें future tackling याद रख लेना, staffing में putting right people to right job, direction में याद रखना 2 important. ठीक है. हार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट बोलते हैं इसे, हार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, बिकॉज यहाँ पे सारी की सारी चीजें स्टार्ट होती है. हार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट भी बोलते हैं, हार्ट बीट बोलते हैं, या फिर जो भी आपको लगाना हो, विच इज रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू यू. ठीक है. सो दीज आर 5 फंक्शंस, और याद रखना पहले प्लानिंग ही आता है, फिर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. सो दिस इज वेरी मच क्लियर टू यू. क्वेश्चन नंबर 53 माय फ्रेंड्स. नाउ वी आर मूविंग वेरी फास्ट. Directing is a function of management which is concerned with the interpersonal relationship. Directing is known as the heartbeat. ये मैंने बता ही दिया पिछली में. Heartbeat या heart भी बोलते हैं बिकॉज यहाँ से चीजें होना स्टार्ट होती है. Yes, एक और वर्ड याद आया, लाइफ स्पार्क. नाउ दिस इज द नॉलेज विच आई वांट टू शेयर, कि इससे अगर कोई क्वेश्चन बन जाता है डायरेक्टिंग से तो बेसिक से ही बनेगा. सो ये दोनों भी याद रख लेना, दैट इट इज नोन एज द हार्टबीट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या हार्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. अब क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज आई हैव जस्ट टोल्ड यू, बिकॉज यहाँ पे चीजें स्टार्ट होती है. एज सिंपल एज दैट. Yes, here the correct answer will be E, because controlling is a function of management. It's not a function of direction. Direction के ये 4 ही components होते हैं. Okay, supervision यानी क्या होता है? Manager will see the performance. Motivation, I will drive that particular person to its inner needs. Leadership, towards a common goal. I will direct a group of people to a particular group of goal. Communication, बातचीत, as simple as that. 54 my friends, come on, fast, थोड़ा fast चलते अब यहाँ से, because hardly 20 minutes are left. Dash is a process of initiating plan implementation by clarifying jobs and working relationship in a organization. It's a function of synchronization and combination of resources. यही मार के आपका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? 54. Fast people fast. I'm not wasting much of your time as well as my time. Yes, here the correct answer will be D, organizing, because I am mobilizing different resources. I am bringing sales, I am bringing purchase department, I am bringing my research and development department, and etc and so forth. So ये सारे के सारे जब मिल जाएंगे, then it will be terms as organizing. Staffing तब होगी जब मैं इनमें बंदे लेके आऊंगा. As simple as that. I am saying in Hindi because many people are saying sir Hindi में भी बोलो, so that is the most convenient way. Now this is the $1,000,000 topic जिससे last year भी question आया, leadership styles. Basically leadership styles तो तीन ही है, autocratic, democratic और अपना laissez-faire. But right now let's focus on this particular question. Yes, the correct answer of that particular thing was D. We have covered all the decision-making core concepts till question number 49. Now we are moving to certain very important concepts of management, because this is if this is management, then decision-making is a subset. This is a superset. That's why NABARD ने 7 question पिछली बार इस subset से पूछे थे, and 3 question which they have asked from management. So that's why the overall weightage was 10. So this is an overall approach which you should follow. See, here you have to understand that autocratic आप क्यों नहीं लगा सकते, because autocratic में they will give you the key term that they will not listen to each and every one person, they will only listen to that particular leader. Autocratic में the main word will be that he is taking decisions by himself, but here leader can quickly recognize their team members strength, weakness and motivations. So here the answer will be coaching. जैसे हमारे coaches होते different sports के, they see that अब कौन सा ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप पे असिस्ट करता है. तो वाई पीपल आर मार्चिंग डी, आई डोंट नो. विजनरी लीडर क्या होता है, जो कि एक पर्टिकुलर विजन सेट कर दे कि वी हैव टू मूव इन दिस पर्टिकुलर डोमेन ओनली. सर्वेंट लीडर्स क्या होते हैं, जो सोसाइटी में काम करते हैं. दे विल फर्स्ट लिसन एंड देन दे विल रिएक्ट फॉर ऑल द डिफरेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल महात्मा गांधी ले लो, ही वॉज अ टाइप ऑफ सॉरी the nation of the father, he is a nation of our, he is the father of our nation, so let's respect Mahatma Gandhi. So if Mahatma Gandhi is a servant leadership style, he will first listen to all of his followers. They make the pyramid upside down. This is the keyword. Autocratic, I have just told you, Tanasha, Hitler, they will not assist their team members. So why the answer will be D? This is stupid question, I would say, कि जिसने D mark करा है. Pace leader, for example, for a fun fact, Anchit sir is a pace setter because he always gives you the small targets so that हमारा काम जल्दी हो सके. So this is the fun fact. Pace leader will give you small targets ताकि आपका काम जल्दी हो सके. So as simple as that. Okay. Now question number 56. Here, let me read according with you. Decision making also depends upon the different leadership style. In the same regard, identify the style of leadership where leaders are primarily focused on performance and they often set high standards and hold their team accountable for achieving their goal. Again, this is a key question. The answer here will be D, pace matter. Now see how you have to eliminate the answers. laissez-faire, hands off, इसका कंसेप्ट मैं आगे समझाऊंगा डायग्राम के थ्रू, वो सबसे सही समझ में आ जाएगा. डेमोक्रेटिक अगेन, ये इसको भी आगे डिस्कस कर लेंगे, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इट. चलो मैं यही समझा देता हूँ, देन वी विल मूव अहेड. ऑटोक्रेटिक, देख सबसे पहले तो जो हमारे पास कीट लीडरशिप स्टाइल्स है वो 3 ही है, बाकी फिर तो वही है कि एक्सटेंड करने को तो आई कैन एक्सटेंड इट टू मल्टीपल. देन यू हैव लेज़ेस-फेयर. नाउ प्लीज पे अटेंशन, पिछली बार इससे क्वेश्चन आया था, हो सकता है इस बार इस दोनों से आ जाए. ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप, दिस इज माई लीडर. Okay, this is the diagram which you have to remember. Okay, this is the leader, this is subordinate 1, subordinate 2, subordinate 3. Okay, now leader will make his own decision, he will not listen. Now what does this cross mean? He will not listen to subordinate 1, he will not listen to subordinate 3, he will also not listen to subordinate 2. Why? Because he will make decisions under a short period of time, he will just make decisions via his own whim and wishes. Democratic leadership, okay, democratic leadership will listen to all the ideas and then he will make the decision, but at last the decision will be taken by democratic leader only. He will first listen to all the ideas. For example, our PM Modi, he will first listen to what Nirmala Sitharaman ji is saying, then he will first listen to what Amit Shah ji is saying, then he will listen to what Rajnath Singh is saying. That is an example of democratic leader. Democratic leader will first listen to all the different subordinates and then he makes the decision. So this particular cross will turn into an arrow. Now what is laissez-faire? Laissez-faire is something wherein leader will have no connection. There is no connection between leader and the subordinates. Subordinates will decide between themselves and then they will take a decision. Although in certain concepts it said that there is a, I should say, a bypassing relationship, but इतना deep करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, इसको याद ही नहीं रखना है जो मैंने यहाँ बनाया है. Just remember that leader will not interfere in the group decision making process. Subordinates will themselves make decisions and then that particular decision will be taken. For example, if today फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ टुडे वी हैव टू मेक अ पार्टी, लीडर ने बोल दिया कि आप लोग कहीं से भी डिसाइड कर लो, वी विल गो टू दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. तो दैट इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ लेजर-फेयर. ऑटोक्रेटिव को डायरेक्टिव भी बोलते हैं, याद रख लेना. ओके, डायरेक्टिव. डेमोक्रेटिक को अब लोग पार्टिसिपेटिव क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज डेमोक्रेटिक को पार्टिसिपेटिव भी बोलते हैं और इसको डेमोक्रेटिक तो बोलते ही है, चलो वो तो बता ही दिया. पार्टिसिपेटिव और एक कंसल्टेटिंग भी बोलते हैं. Okay, consultating, participative, and democratic. Why? Because I am concerning each and every person. Laissez-faire is also known as free reign. Free reign means what? कि I will not interfere in your decision making process. आप decisions लो and you are good to go. So this is an overall approach of decision making. Now here nothing is mentioned regarding laissez-faire कि कुछ बोला ही नहीं है. Democratic के लिए भी कुछ नहीं बोला है. Transformational और आपका visionary ये दोनों सेम होता है. एक आगे और बताऊंगा जो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल के अपोजिट होता है, जैसे ट्रांजैक्शनल बोलते हैं. दैट वी विल डिस्कस, बट द राइट आंसर हियर विल बी डी. सो दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू यूज एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक्स. ओके, नाउ सम पीपल विल से नन ऑफ द अबव भी हो सकता है, बट दिस मच इज द अमाउंट ऑफ रिस्क व्हिच यू हैव टू टेक. हियर यहाँ पे साफ साफ बोला हाई स्टैंडर्ड्स व्हिच आई हैव टोल्ड यू रिगार्डिंग अंचित सर. ही सेट हाई स्टैंडर्ड्स, ही गिव्स मी द time period in which I have to complete the product. So that is your D answer. Now coming to question number 57. Let's not autocratic का you can say Kim Jong In. चलो 57 guys, we have to finish our lecture in next. Avoids people who are posting. Question number 57 is your screen. Now you have to identify the leader which have there is a lead of collaboration and creativity. Okay, the leadership is most effective in highly regulated industry. Now there is a type of a leadership which is known as bureaucratic leadership style. Bureaucratic leadership style was given by Max Weber. Now again, this is not an important leadership style, but again concept notes में है तो देर पढ़ लो. Bureaucratic leadership style is more about, see why the answer will be not transactional. Transactional में मैं बताता हूँ, चलो यही डिस्कस कर लेंगे. Here just the most important thing is hierarchy. He has a list of responsibility. He has a leadership most effective in highly regulated industry. Healthcare. देख, bureaucratic leadership is all about follow the book. Follow the book. Okay, it's more like that you cannot say your innovation thing. You just have to go to the manager और जो manager ने बोला वही करना है. As simple as that. So this was bureaucratic. Transactional and transformational, my friend. Transformational हमने बता ही दिया. That is somewhere if you are following Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna ji was an example of transformational leadership. Transactional leadership, my friend, is more of, I should say, autocratic leader only. Okay, but here the key word under transactional will be, I should say, there is an approach which is known as, if I'm not, carrot and stick approach. Okay, carrot and stick approach. What does carrot means? Rewards. What does stick means? Punishment. Okay, so I will tell my employee to have that particular carrot. That means that employee will move towards the reward, and if he is not able to move, then I will give him the punishment. So this is what transactional leadership, इसे managerial leadership भी बोलता है. ठीक है, so the answer here will be C, but I have told you what transactional as much same as autocratic ही होता है, but autocratic के अंदर बस इतना याद रख लेना, आपको carrot and stick approach जोड़नी, as simple as that. Yes, question number 58. Wherein leader have a powerful ability to derive and product change, inspiring employees. So यहीं से आपका keyword क्या हो गया? Visionary leadership. So very easy question. I'm not wasting my time as well as your time. Okay, question number 59. Now we are moving to certain various very famous. These are certain very famous concepts. Okay. In a field of management, dash is the obligation to carry out responsibility and exercise authority. Then your answer will be accountability, my friends. Now why the answer is accountability, my friends? First understand delegation में तीन parts होते हैं. First I will explain you what delegation is. Delegation यानी कुछ नहीं होता. When a manager passes certain part of his workload to its subordinates, that delegation. Decentralization में we pass the power, we pass that particular whole domain to that particular person, but under delegation we are just passing this particular work to the subordinate. Delegation के तीन parts होते हैं: authority, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी. ओके, और जिसके कंसेप्ट क्लियर है उसका आंसर तो अकाउंटेबिलिटी आएगा. अकाउंटेबिलिटी क्या होता है? आपकी ओवरऑल जिम्मेदारी, जैसे मैं बोल सकता हूँ हिंदी में, योर ओवरऑल ऑब्लिगेशन टू कैरी आउट द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड एक्सरसाइज दिस. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी यू कैन से इज अ करेक्ट टर्म फॉर जिम्मेदारी. आई वुड से रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज अगेन द ऑब्लिगेशन विच यू हैव टू डू. Authority is all about making decisions and giving power. Yes, here the correct answer will be accountability. Question number 60, my friends. Again, a very easy question. Distributed and interesting work. Here I am telling you work to another person, and therefore it is one of the core concepts of managerial leadership. The answer here will be delegation. Now, why delegation? First, let's understand. चलो इसको छोटा सा concept है, राम and श्याम. ठीक है, राम is my I should say superior, Sham is my subordinate. I am just taking examples for explanation. Please do not spam me. Again, take Ram and Sham. Okay, Ram has 3 works with him: work 1, work 2 and work 3. Now Ram has delegated, my friend, delegated work 1 to Sham 1. तो work 1 जो पहले राम के पास था, that has moved to Sham. This is what delegation is all about. Now राम के पास वही work 1, work 2 and work 3 थे. Okay, now delegation is a larger responsibility. Delegation में I will pass each and every work to Sham. Okay, and with work 1, work 2 and work 3. Now when I am passing each and everything, then I am also passing power. I am also giving him authority. I am also giving different attributes. यानी कि अब वो ये पूरे काम को करने का लीडर बन जाएगा. As simple as that. So if this is the decentralization, then delegation is a subset. This is your delegation. This is your decentralization. इससे ज़्यादा clear मैं कुछ नहीं बता सकता. Very easy to understand. Now let's move to 61. In the field of management, DAS is a systematic delegation of authority to all levels of management, and it takes place also. यहाँ पे वही systematic delegation of authority to all levels. Decentralization is a wider scope. It happens throughout the organization. That's why the answer was decentralization. Decentralization is what? I am giving out powers to each and everyone. Under centralization, I have the power. This is the most important concept. Easy concept which you have to understand. ओके, यहाँ पे डेलीगेशन ऑफ पावर मत लगा देना आंसर. डेलीगेशन हमेशा 99% ऑफ केस में वर्क का होता है. प्लीज नोट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट. डोंट गेट योरसेल्फ कंफ्यूज्ड. यस, द आंसर वाज सी. नाउ वी आर कमिंग टू वेरी अदर इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट विच इज नोन एज, चलो, डैश इज द एसेंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. नाउ आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट देयर आर 5 फंक्शन ऑफ मैनेजमेंट: प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, डायरेक्टिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग. In sub, if you see and if you take my view, all the different functions are correlated, but it is the coordination which binds a different process. So that is why essence of management क्या हो जाएगा? Coordination. Now this is also a very famous concept which you should remember. ठीक है? Question number 63. Identify the function of management which is concerned with acquiring, developing, employing, appraising. So सारे के सारे किसके related होंगे? Last year they have asked you a question which was based on planning. A very easy question. Okay. This time I am asking you a question which is based on staffing, my friends. So the correct answer here will be staffing. Now I am moving thoda fast because we have certain time constraints. Only 10 more questions, then we will wrap up. Identify the function of management which deals with the process of evaluation of actual performance. Evaluations means what? Comparing. If necessary, taking corrective action so that the performance is according to the planned outcomes. That is your my controlling, my friends. Controlling is the last function of management wherein you compare your actual performance to the objectives which you have set in the planning phase. Okay. Then we move to the 65. Again, a very important concept of management by objectives. If you see any book of management, वहाँ पे MBO का नाम होगा ही होगा. Management objective says that it is defined as a comprehensive managerial system that integrates key managerial activities in a systematic manner and directed. Okay, so understand the whole concept. Management by objective says that all the different employees and all the different managers, they should sit together and decide what is the overall goal for them. This is what the management by objective is all about. Remember, management by objective is also known as MBR, which is management by results, was given by Peter Drucker. So the answer will be C. Very easy, nothing much to discuss. बहुत famous concept है, इसलिए करा दिए. Question number 66. This is the last phase of our explanation, I would say. In next 8 minutes, we will discuss more questions. In the field of organization, identify the organizational structure which is a combination of two or more structure. That's why the answer will be matrix. See, under organization, I have told you that we will all mobilize all the resources. Remember three organizational structure which are very world famous. First is functional. Functional means what? I will make different organizational structure according to different functions. HR human resource, purchase का बना दिया, finance का बना दिया, sales का बना दिया. Then I will employ manager 1, manager 2, manager 3 and so on and so forth. Okay, this is my functional. Then there is product. Product को divisional भी बोलते हैं. Okay. Product says what? That I will first make product 1, product 2, product 3 and product 4. Okay, then I will employ manager 1, manager 2, manager 3. For example, अगर आपको डाबर याद है, डाबर का हनी मिलता है, डाबर का if I'm not wrong ऑयल मिलता है, डाबर का चलो टूथपेस्ट भी मिलता है. Then you will see that manager 1 first is the CEO who is the honey, who is taking all the decisions related to Dabur honey. Then there are two different managers or different team which comes under the honey component. But under functional, I will first see purchase. Purchase के अंदर क्या क्या है? Then ये क्या लिखा है मैंने? Finance, yes. I'm not able to understand my language. So finance, then finance के अंदर you will see different heads. Okay. Now इन दोनों का अगर combination देखूं तो उसे बोलते हैं matrix. Now you do not have to understand that matrix कैसे लगता है. Theoretical level के लिए बता देता हूँ. Matrix कुछ एक ऐसे लगता है. वेरियन ये यहाँ पे आपके होते हैं फंक्शनल्स और यहाँ पे आपके होते हैं प्रोजेक्ट 1 प्रोजेक्ट 3. सो यहाँ पे आपका फंक्शनल मैनेजर, यहाँ पे प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर और यहाँ पे वो कॉमन इंटरेक्शन हो जाता है. दिस इज नोन एज मैट्रिक्स. नाउ अलाउ मी टू मूव अहेड. इनफ ऑफ डिस्कशन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 67. इन अ फील्ड ऑफ मैनेजमेंट स्पैन ऑफ कंट्रोल एक्सप्लेन्स द नंबर ऑफ सबऑर्डिनेट. स्पैन ऑफ कंट्रोल यानी क्या होता है? दिस इज माई मैनेजर, उसके अंदर 3 सबऑर्डिनेट्स है. सो मैं क्या बोलूँगा? दैट फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर मैनेजमेंट स्पैन ऑफ कंट्रोल इज 3. Now अगर मैं इसमें एक और ऐड कर दूं 4 तो then it will change to 4. So this is what span of control is all about. Span of control को अपन लोग span of management भी बोलते हैं, span of supervision भी बोलते हैं. Management क्यों? Because I am managing these 4 people. Supervision क्यों? Because I am also supervising. As simple as that. Okay. So remember this particular concept was given by Sir Heyman Hamilton. Very easy to understand. Journal management के concept है जो कि बहुत famous है. Again, now I'm opening up the floor for question number 68. I need the correct answer for question number 68 because it's a very important and this is the basis of your PYQs. इससे कम ना इससे ज़्यादा tough level आएगा. This is the question which is presented you and this is based exactly on your previous year question. Let's see who give me the right answer. I think I have done one mistake in this particular question, but ठीक है. Those जिसके concepts clear होंगे that can answer this question. Come on, I need answers for question number 68. Then only I will be moving ahead. (68A). How can it be A? A is not the correct answer, Nilesh. I'm not happy. The correct answer will be forethought. Now, please understand, forethought is also known as planning. Okay. प्लानिंग और फोरथॉट सिनोनिम्स है. यहाँ पे साफ साफ लिखा है रिक्वायर्ड टू अचीव अ डिजायर्ड गोल. प्लानिंग में ही वो गो फॉर टुवर्ड्स आई शुड से डिसाइडिंग ऑफ कॉमन गोल्स. Future Academic is asking what is the difference between administration and management. Management is happening on different scales. For example, top level managers भी होंगे, middle level managers भी होंगे, and you will also have low managers. But जो administration होता है, administration generally happens in the top level only. So please do not try to test my knowledge. मेरे को सब पता है. I know pretty much well of planning different parts. So first now come to this planning. Planning is all about forethought. Forethought यानी क्या होता है? You decide your actions. Directing में याद रखना the keyword will be starting the या फिर implementing या starting of the organizational activities. Very much disappointed my friends. Now this is a very I would say very short acronym for your goals. जितने भी goals बनते हैं हमारे planning phase में, then we use SMART. SMART में सबसे पहला S होता है specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for specific means what? Then you can measure it. You cannot make those goals कि मैं तारे उखाड़ लाऊंगा. That is something which is very visionary. Okay, you cannot imagine that. Then you comes to specific, measure and achievable. R means for T means for time. R means for realistic or something if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yes, R is relevant. Relevant means that it should be in your organizational structure. Yes, the correct answer will be C. Question number 17. Father of scientific management, we have just discussed. It's a F.W. Taylor. Do not get confused between different Taylors because there are different Taylors in management. People mark their answer differently. या तो वहाँ लिखा हो F. Taylor या फिर वहाँ पे होगा F.W. Taylor. So दोनों सही है. The full form is Frederick Wilson Taylor. Please remember this. Yes, realistic भी हो सकता है और relevant भी हो सकता है. So it depends upon what questions are giving. जैसे in some books it's relevant, in some books it's relevant, realistic, so it depends upon what author is assuming. Come on, last 5 questions, my friend. Autocratic leadership, very easy questions. Autocratic leadership is also known as directive leadership, my friends. We all know this. We have already covered the whole concept of autocratic leadership, that how different leadership diagrams look like. Okay, so I'm not reading this particular site. It's for you to remember it, revise it. Identify the leadership style where a manager provides little or no direction. Now, this is the $1 billion question. Okay, let me see who gives me the right answer. 72, my friends. I'm waiting for just 1 minute over this, and then we are ending this session with the last 3 questions. Again, I'm telling you, my friend, if decision making is the biggest this is your management. Decision making is just a small subset. ओके सो आई होप हमने डिसीजन मेकिंग अप टू 49 क्वेश्चंस अच्छे से कवर करा हुआ है एंड देन आफ्टर 49 टू 75 वी हैव मूव टू द मैनेजमेंट पार्ट. मैनेजमेंट में वी हैव कवर्ड एन नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स बट ओनली दोज विच आर रियली वेरी फेमस. अब मैं आपको एथिक्स पढ़ाने बैठ जाऊं, दैट विल नॉट मेक एनी सेंस. ओके, फ्री रेंज, सुपर पीपल, वेरी गुड. आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी दैट कि आप सही आंसर दे रहे हैं. Question number 73. Now this, my friend, is again a very big, I would say, pestle, I should say, business concept. Just remember the pest analysis. Understand the concept. External environment जो होता है, external environment which is outside the business organization, वो बहुत dynamic होता है. They can change, it can change it within seconds. So to understand and analyze the external environment, we have introduced pest analysis. पेस्ट एनालिसिस एक एक्रोनिम है, जिसमें पी यानी होता है पॉलिटिकल. पॉलिटिकल फैक्टर्स होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, गवर्नमेंट कैसी है आज हमारी कंट्री में, इज इट स्टेबल और नॉट. इकोनॉमिक, हमारी ग्रोथ रेट कितनी है. सोशल, व्हाट इज माय डेमोग्राफिक ट्रेंड्स. टी इज फॉर टेक्नोलॉजी, कि हमारे आज 5G चल रहा है, 4G चल रहा है. एनवायरमेंटल, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट रूल्स, वो आप ले सकते हो. एंड देन इज योर लीगल. सो द आंसर विल बी हियर लीगल फैक्टर्स. जस्ट रिमेंबर द फुल फॉर्म और इसका ओवरऑल वो क्या होता है कि इसके अंदर कौन सा आ सकता है. एज सिंपल एज दैट. इससे बाहर कुछ नहीं आना चाहिए. ये भी बहुत बड़ा कंसेप्ट है. ओके, रिमेंबर दिस डायग्राम एंड यू आर गुड टू गो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 74. आइडेंटिफाई द फॉर्म ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. और वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन ही करा रहा हूँ कम्युनिकेशन का. आई एम नॉट मूविंग इन टू मच डोमेन कि फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल पढ़ लो, वही बहुत है. बिकॉज डिसीजन मेकिंग टारगेट शुड बी 7+ या 6+, बिकॉज अगर एक दो नेगेटिव भी हो जाते देन टू यू आर सेफर साइड. कम ऑन, आई नीड आंसर्स फॉर 74. Casual communications, co-workers, social relationships, your answer will be informal. Now higher degree of informal is known as grapevine. ठीक है, जिन्होंने आरबीआई या फिर सेबी का पढ़ा है, ग्रेपवाइन इज ऑल अबाउट रूमर्स विच गोज इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. रूमर्स यानी क्या होता है, जिसे इंग्लिश में कैंडर्स भी बोलते हैं. रूमर्स इज ऑल अबाउट अफवाह, एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ टुडे इज this question number 75, my friends. After this I have kept this question number 76, which is like ये तो पक्का आएगा ही आएगा एग्जाम में. ओके, सो दोज हु आर वाचिंग पीडीएफ्स, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप पूरा वीडियो देखें, तभी जाके यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड डिफरेंट कंसेप्ट्स. अदरवाइज कैजुअल बोला है, यस कैजुअली बोला है. Come on, question number 75. I need answers from maximum people and we are slightly off the target. 8:31 हो चुका है, but कोई ना, the session was good, I think. Yes, it's participative leadership. Now let me know, are you ready for this particular mega question? Type yes. We have finished maximum part. This is my last part. Participative, sometimes also known as consultative, we have told this. Are you ready for question number 76? Yes or no? This is the question which will be definitely there in your exam. Yes. Okay. I need some more yes. Chalo. My question is, listen to this. Are you feeling confident regarding decision making now? The options are yes, no, none of the above. So overall there were 75 questions only. So my only request for all of you is to just revise this particular class before you are going to the actual exam, and I hope cut off तो आराम से हो ही जाएगा. Remember, I am repeating every time, this is your management. Decision making is just a small subset. Decision making में I have told you till 49 all the core concepts are there, and management में we have covered variety of concepts, but only those which are very famous. Okay, so I can see maximum people are saying yes. So here is the end of our lecture. So we are slightly delayed by 3 minutes, but koi na. And if you have any positive feedback for me or any negative, then you can drop your mail at this particular ID. Also, if you have any doubts that how you have to purchase the course and all, that directly go to this particular ID. If you have any question to ask right now, let me know. If you have any appreciation for me, comment that, because that will motivate it, because this was a grueling session, I would say. Cut off predict karo decision की. Please do not deal in those futile exercises. This is a earnest request from my side. अपना time waste मत करो. Just go home and revise now. Cut off कोई predict नहीं कर सकता. Those people who predict cut off are, I should say, free reign leadership, because वो छोड़ देते हैं. चलो. If you have any doubt right now for decision making, please let me know. This is the end of our session. So we have covered 75 very big questions of decision making, my friends. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, please listen to this. कहाँ से चालू? Tomorrow, my friends, please note this particular point. 150 questions on computer. A marathon for you, all of you. Computer maybe we will target get sub chapters cover हो जाए, starting from the basics to the different viruses, hardware, software, memory, जो भी होगा सब covered हो जाएगा. 150 questions तो purely मैं लेके आऊँगा, but that depend कि आप लोग कैसे react कर दो session में. 150 को we can react to 200 as well, but the overall analysis I would say is कि यहीं से सब कुछ cover हो जाए, ताकि आपका time भी बचे and हमारा भी बचे. Okay, how many questions are safe? See, talking about decision making, I would say do not go for the question, go for the score. 6 plus score target करना है. If you are targeting 3 to 4, then sorry to say you are hitting your head on a stone. 3 to 4 में अगर एक भी गलत हो गया, then you are on the verge of failure. 6 plus target करो, and it is very much achievable. If you have time, go on Telegram channels, different Telegram channels पे, or if you have time, attempt the mocks of EduTap which they are providing for free. वो mocks देख लो, and you are good to go. 6 to 8 is a good score. अब वो attempt पे depend करता है. Current affair will be taken by all the current affairs team. That will be posted by on our YouTube channel. So I think no doubts are there. So I'm closing this session. If you have any right now, let me know. And if there is any positive feedback, drop your comments down so that I can also be motivated. Chalo, thank you so much, people. It was a lovely session, I would say. Lot of discussing, I would say. Outcome triangle, yes. Chalo, bye bye and take care. Books, there are no books for decision making. ये सेशन पढ़ लो काफ़ी है. चलो बाय बाय एंड टेक केयर माय फ्रेंड्स. इनफ ऑफ डिस्कशन एंड टेक ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर NABARD ग्रेड ए.